We ended up talking to Tea Kettle to help us out, and we also talked about the casino for Moya, see if that was allowed. And we told him about it, and he ended up taking a drop of blood from all of us to investigate what was going on. And then we were looking for jobs for money. We found a job that had a good chunk of gold. So we started to prep and figure out what to do with our classes, trying to see if we were going to miss it or just do it on the weekend. School notifies that there was a loose end, and we found out that it was blue, so we took him back to our area. And we go to Moya, and we see that the Bullywugs are fighting over an object. Brock breaks up the fight. Fly tries to pick up the item and it was a curved dagger. Brock asks where they found it, and the Bullywugs explained that he found it during our trip and that he wanted to keep it. He was very can't find the word that I'm trying to say, but anyways, the party tried to do our counter check on the dagger to identify what it was. Maria found out that there was some kind of enchantment, but she couldn't figure out exactly what it was. Fire tries to pick it up and almost falls into the cast with the dagger, but gets out of it quickly. And then we asked Miranda what happened with the Bullywugs to see what caused them to attack each other. And he just basically explained that whenever they would touch it, they would get like pretty violent with it. So then Amara decides to touch the blade and gets captured under the dagger. Give me a second. Whatever was happening, whatever that was possessing her at the moment made her seem normal. The party was trying to figure out what was wrong, and then Fine notices something was up. And then Rock tries to step closer to Amara, and she instantly tries to attack her. Took a pretty good chunk of damage. The party rolls for initiative while she was fighting, Amara was trying to figure out a way out of the cast and found out the dagger is a vessel. We didn't know what it was at the time. And the entity was trying to make a deal with her. Amara tries to find a way out of it, but in the end agrees on what was going on and agreed with the deal. As long as that he didn't hurt the party nor got involved with their deal. Amara gets out of the possession, and the group is trying to figure out what happened, but Amara isn't really talking about it. She's very just freaked out, didn't know what to do. But then Moya notices that there was a familiar smell and realizes it was close to Baba Yaga, so she ends up getting in contact with Baba Yaga. And after they discuss for a little bit, Baba Yaga asks to examine Rock's cut, and long story short, that the dagger is her brother. And so while we figured that out, Moya called for Amara to discuss what was going on with Baba Yaga. Give me a second. Amara does agree, but she wants to discuss alone. They discuss her brother and how Baba Yaga asked to speak with him, and Amara agrees. They have a nice-ish reunion, but they're still trying to hash out the deal, and they end up finding a common ground with each other, and they actually introduce each other since they will be together and having to work together. After the interaction with Baba Yaga, Mara discusses about her brother and how Mara shouldn't hide it from the party, though she understands. And then Baba Yaga brings the party back in after Amara and Baba Yaga got done with their discussions. And Baba Yaga and Fai discuss about how he's possibly a vampire, and about his history. The rest of the party conversates, and Baba Yaga mentions how she kept the souls of Jin and Afir safe as dishes. So that was kind of cool. And then she mentions how we'll be doing our deal soon, but we'll get that done. After everything was settled down, we went to Infirmary to say hi to Jin and Afir. A car punched his brother in the chest and got mad at him for dying. The end. That's all I got.
Fair enough. Alright, you take an inspiration for that. We're gonna pick up that same evening. All of you at your dorms after the day's events, collecting yourselves, getting ready for the next. So really quickly, for the sake of it, we're gonna do like a few day time skip forward, and we're gonna say that you guys are towards the end of your week. You guys get through your next few days of classes after this, fine. You get through Wednesday and Thursday easy enough. Getting in the groove of school and classes. A lot of the same stuff, going to the same teachers. You all know what going to school is like. And we'll say Friday morning, bright and early. Who would be up, prior to having to wake up for class?
I would.
I would be too.
I'll be up as well.
I'm purposely burning Rock's bacon.
Yeah. Rock, if you still wanted to have a training session with Agra, you can. I know he said he was going to do it on Thursday. You can do it today.
Yeah, yes, I would like that.
So Rock and whoever else is awake in the morning, you're all up, moving, getting ready for the rest of your day. It's Friday evening, so you guys would have Mage's Tower tryouts this evening as well, around 8 p.m. You're going into your first weekend at school where you guys will have either free time on campus or free time to go do whatever you want. And strangely enough, Rowan, that Friday morning when you wake up, you are no longer in the small, oversized bedroom you've been staying in the past few days, and you are back in your dorm at school in your ethereal form.
Okay, I just wake up there.
Yeah. You've gone to sleep the night before in a room that you had been given in that place that was much too big for you.
Mm-hmm.
And when you woke up, you were in the same bed that you went to sleep in the last time you were here.
Okay.
So with that, I'm going to let you guys take over and do what you would like to do for the day. The day is yours until you guys get to a time where you have some stuff you got to do. So you guys have the morning and most of the afternoon to freely do what you wish.
Am I still able, because you said it was Friday, right?
Mm-hmm.
Am I still able to do those tryouts later?
Yeah, they're in the evening.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to double check.
What do I want to do?
Has breakfast been served yet?
Not to you.
I was about to say something like.
Also, additionally, anybody outside sees Rowan's ethereal golden form walk out of his dorm.
Does he need breakfast?
I would fucking love breakfast.
Can you
he
eat?
can eat, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'll run over my
guys.
head, Rowan.
Ow.
What's going on?
Hey.
Hey guys, what's up?
Oh, what's going on?
Morning.
You've missed a lot, Rowan.
I've only been gone like a few weeks.
You've been gone? I'm sorry, I did not even notice.
Oh, thanks, man. Yeah,
I mean, it's not because it's not because.
Oh,
of
hey,
we've been
Revan, how's it going?
We've been really busy too. We went to hell and everything. It's been kind of crazy.
You went to hell?
Sorry. Yeah.
And I grappled the devil. I grappled his bitch ass.
Yeah, I could tell. My shoulder's so fucked up when you hugged me.
I'm gonna just point at Amara's arm and show all the markings that she's gotten since she's been gone from all the deals she's made.
Oh, do I have
Jesus.
a scar? I'm gonna say I have a scar from whenever Amara fucking slit me open.
I didn't mean
to.
Yeah.
I mean, technically, when Baba Yaga healed it, there would not have been scarring, but if you wanted there to be a scar, you could have asked her.
Nah. Okay, I'm gonna say there's no scar, but I'm gonna tell him. I'm gonna like pick up my shirt. Like, yo, she coming from here to here.
He stabs himself to show him where he's stabbing.
Just like this.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I did watch it happen, so he is telling the truth.
I didn't mean to. I did it. It was the dagger, bro. Like I didn't know what to do.
No,
I
Dagger
wasn't
didn't do
mean.
that, okay?
Not
Why would you blame it
dagger.
on Dagger?
Not dagger.
She is also telling the truth.
I was not there in the
Dagger
moment.
made
and I-
you stab Rock?
Why would Dagger make
Yeah.
you do that?
Yeah, what
Dagger
Dagger
didn't
is
make me
not
stab Rock.
here. Dagger's
not.
not here.
I'm talking about. I pull it out. I'm like, I'm talking about this. This did it.
well, it's not gonna stab me, right?
No.
promises,
We
Rowan.
Holy
no
shit.
problem.
I'm gonna
we
I'm gonna
figured out
sit
our
over here by Yu-Gi-Oh.
we figured out
so
our
you're gonna
stuff.
tell her
We're
your
good. We're
favorite color?
good.
I'll tell you my favorite color.
I have a lot of deals that I need to do. I don't want to talk about it right now.
Okay. Well,
I got the flying machine up and running.
Oh, sick, dude. Is that... That's fucking sick. So y'all went to hell, you grappled the devil, Amara stabbed a bunch of people. Oh, I less remember us fighting on the ship than I evaporated. How did that go? Did we save everyone?
Ooh. People die every day. That's what I'm
Every
gonna
day.
say.
People die
Time.
every day,
Every day.
Rowan. Every day, Rowan. People die.
They could have been bad people, you know.
Yeah.
They could have been bad
My
people.
leading theory is that they are all rapists and pedophiles.
Yeah. I think that's
Exactly,
actually what
yeah.
it was.
Rock, what did you
Including the
do?
children.
What do you mean?
What happened to the people, Rock?
I
where were you
didn't do nothing.
I'll strangely enough, I'll vouch for him. He actually didn't do it. I mean, I wasn't on the ship, but he didn't do anything. I'm pretty sure.
You're pretty sure. Okay.
I
Well,
was just
Okay,
there.
who was on the ship with him? You could vouch for him. I don't know.
so we got onto the ship, and then I'm guessing y'all
Yeah,
battled
yeah.
something, right? And then what happened? Like everyone just died, like in a battle, or
Well, the
The
ship
ship
kind of
blew up.
exploded.
Yeah.
oh, like we y'all didn't like grab anyone?
Well, I mean,
No,
I was on the ship.
we-
I was on our ship.
You just dipped. Okay, cool.
I picked up Orion.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Okay, there we go.
I
It
didn't
was tough
die.
times, you know.
I almost died.
Yeah.
Oh, it was close. Not
Y'all
then,
didn't-
but when we were in hell.
Y'all
I
didn't make
almost
any
died.
deals for me while I was gone, right? Like deals with the devil or anything like that.
We actually,
I mean,
the way we
Rowan.
got out is we offered your soul. So about
My-
that, you know.
Rowan,
Okay,
you know
well-
you
Perfect
and me are
timing
good
that you're
because
here, actually.
Oh,
you know
go
you
for
and me
this
are good
shit.
because I didn't even know you were gone, so I couldn't even possibly have done that.
Well,
Okay,
that's-
well.
ouch.
I know it's kind of
thanks.
insulting, but also at the same time, you know I got your back in a weird sort of way.
Oh, Jared and
we're
Interfere,
friends
by the
now.
way, the big Minotaur. Yeah, he died.
Yeah, I
He's
love
ba-
him.
He's
What
back.
the
He's
fuck?
back. Yeah, he's back.
Oh,
though.
okay.
He's back.
They
though.
temporarily died.
Yeah.
Temporarily died. Okay.
He also
It
had
was-
a
it was a
bomb
whole
strapped to his
thing.
chest magically.
A bomb. Did you do that?
No, it was there when I got there. It wasn't like a physical bomb. It was like one of those spell bombs.
Okay, like a spear bomb. Okay.
A
Something like
what?
Yeah, like a Kamehameha.
Okay. Well, y'all been fucking busy. I mean,
I mean,
at least we all have
you
money
know-
though, right?
Oh.
Well,
Okay.
Rowan,
Y'all went to
It's
hell.
very
You killed
gotta
everybody,
understand.
and you lost all your money.
You gotta understand,
Go, Rob.
Rowan. Resurrecting
It was
people
for a
isn't
good
cheap.
reason. It was for a good
Okay.
reason.
Well, at least I didn't give y'all my money when I left, cause
Well, Jaren doesn't hate us now. I don't know if he still hates you, because, I mean, you were kind of messing with them, but, I mean, that's...
no, we made up because we were both followers
You
of
made
Raven. Remember?
out. When?
oh,
that I did not see.
I made up.
Oh.
Made up because we were both followers of the Raven. We chilled out. We chilled
Oh.
out.
You chill.
That's so Raven?
Yes, that. Yeah. Raven Simone came
You
and
chilled while
was
watching
like,
That's
chill.
So Raven?
God. Okay, well,
You know, our brother
Hey,
works for the president.
My divinity is Raven Simone. That's crazy.
hey, Yu-Gi-Oh, what's that like strange gun on your hip? What the fuck?
He doesn't have a gun.
I have a gun?
I thought you had the laser gun. Didn't you get one too?
Oh,
I got
Are you saying
No,
me and
no,
Yu-Gi-Oh look
that's-
alike? Is
Orion-
That what is that what you're
Oh,
saying?
Orion got it.
Orion has
Don't-
a blaster pistol, and Valmoria got a
Valmoria.
sun cannon.
Oh,
you-
in the
I got a-
recap y'all gave me, you said like multiple people got it, so I thought.
Rowan,
I got a laser
you could
short
just-
sword.
You could just look at the ears, Rowan. I mean, that's a pretty show all giveaway there. He's got regular ears.
Oh, what do you mean say like that? I mean, regular.
I'm an elf. I can say that. You can't.
Okay, yeah.
You know, my grandpa's an
Irregular.
elf.
Okay.
Why'd you step closer to me, Eugene? Why'd you?
I'm gonna
Are you
give
giving me a
I'm gonna
good
give
look?
Clay his bowl of what is he? Dirt,
Yeah. Sand.
sand. Here you go, Clay. I'm gonna give him a bowl of clay.
Isn't that
Um,
cannibalism?
I don't know if it's cannibalism or if it's nutritional. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah. Hey Orion, what's with that gun on your hip?
I bought it.
Okay, what does it do? I mean, it must have been expensive if you waste all your money.
Shoots lasers. Whoa, okay. Well, I didn't waste all my money, alright?
Okay, no, I didn't mean waste.
It's really old though. This isn't like I mean, I don't really know much about laser pistols, but this one's pretty beat up from what I could tell.
Pretty rustic?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's shoot it really quick. I want to see what it does.
Okay.
What do I see? Like when it shoots? I want to know what kind of laser it is.
I've never shot it before, so I don't know.
Yeah, fuck it. Yeah, Mr. DM.
What's up?
He shot the laser gun. I just want to see what kind of like. What does it look like? Like, does it do
It
anything
fires like a red small beam of plasma.
cool? Okay, sick. So
Yeah,
pretty much just like a Star Wars laser gun, like
Yeah.
in my head.
I
Okay,
have to
sick.
mark off a bullet for that.
Well, I mean, at least you know it works.
I
Yeah,
gotta
that's
learn how to
true.
make those.
Yeah. Well, my time was kind of, you know, maybe not as strenuous. I didn't lose anybody, but I've been traveling
Neither way.
quite a bit, and I have a new master now, so I'm trying to work on myself.
Master?
I didn't
I
know
have
you
a new
was
master
like
now.
that.
Yeah, he's like a sensei, kind of like a teacher.
Oh, okay. I thought you
Yeah,
were saying-
he's well. I mean, what he's been making me fucking do pretty much.
I thought he was like really kinky. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Who is it?
Well, you know,
Is it
you-
Diddy?
kobolds have a history, so I just didn't know if it was kind of that kind of thing.
That's fucked up. Okay,
Am I
I don't
wrong?
appreciate that.
You're saying
mean-
that's fucked up, really?
I
You're
mean,
saying
okay,
that?
guys, let's we don't have to say mean things about people's like their lineage and shit, right?
What if it's a goblin?
His new teacher is B Diggy the Goblin.
B.
Jesus Christ.
That's his master.
Rowan, what's that bottle on your
Master.
hip? Johnson and Johnson? What is that?
J and J, Julius and Jacoby.
Hey, can I have an insight check? See if Rowan's actually Rowan. He's being a little too nice right now.
Yeah, he hasn't said anything racist.
Or draw, or yeah,
for it.
not scenario.
I don't know. Let me roll.
Suspicious.
Am I rolling per charisma, right?
What are you trying?
I mean, if you're trying to be deceptive, but I did not think that was the case. I wasn't gonna ask you to roll.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
I was just gonna ask for an insight from Rock.
I thought it was a thing, but it's only when you're.
No, it would be
trying to
contested if you're trying to lie. but
Oh,
it
or
is-
like persuasion if I'm trying to tell the truth. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
10.
A 10, yeah, on a 10 insight, yeah, he's telling the truth. This is Rowan. This is the individual. He just seems a little bit more weary.
Well, Rowan, today's a free day for us. This weekend, we're planning on going to go kill some space pirates for money. If you wanna come.
Some space pirates. Okay, yeah, I fuck with that. Hey, is anyone here cool with like ancient history? Like what are they called? Damn, what are they called? What's his race? My teacher, my master. It's
he's a
primordial. That's what they call it.
Oh.
Anyone here like cool with like know anything about primordials?
Isn't Baba Yaga one?
No, she's a great
No.
one.
No.
Yeah, Baba Yaga is like a
That's right.
different type of being.
Yeah. But does
Does
anyone
know
like?
anything about this kind of stuff?
About primordials, not very much.
Mm-mm.
I mean,
Now
doesn't
this is
Valmoria
Weirdo.
speak primordial? Yeah.
Just say Valmoria would probably know the most.
Yeah.
If you want to roll me either a history check with advantage, or you can do You can do history, you can do religion, or you can do nature.
DM, I messaged you, by the way, just so you know. I didn't know before I say anything.
I think as much as he can, but he's already revealed himself to you, so
It's like my prerogative kind of thing.
yeah, it's
Okay.
whatever. I mean, if he didn't think you were worth it, he would have squished you by now.
It's fucking true.
And 18 history? Okay. Well, what does Rowan tell her?
I just ask her if she knows anything on like this new plane that we live on, this new world, like after the not calamity, that's fucking critical. What was the Big Bang called that like separated the world?
Pangea.
Yeah, well, like the Pangea of our world. Like, does she know anything about primordials after that?
Are you asking what was like the nuclear event between the primordials and the gods? Is that what you're asking?
No, more if she knows like if any primordials existed or anything on this new thing after the gigantic robot battle. You know, like if she knows where they are.
The primordials predate the gods on this plane. The primordials are.
Oh, so like she wouldn't know like.
I'll give this to Valmoria.
Okay.
For what he's asking, you know that the primordials have always been on this plane because they are the conduits of bleed off from other planes to this one. Each primordial is connected to another plane, and their presence here allows the essence of that plane to travel through to our world, or rather the material plane. And the material plane is made up of a combination of that bleed off of every other plane. They are all required in some capacity for the material plane to exist as it is. They aren't necessary. It's not necessary for the primordial to be alive for the world to function, but the power that they channel is required. So if they die, there still has to be other means of that power to get into the world. You know, by far and away, with the building of the Divine Gate and the ascension of the Raven Queen originally, and that original war between the gods and the primordials, a vast majority of them were wiped out. And I'll also give Valmoria that you know that originally the primordials sided with Orcus against the gods.
I regurgitate that to Rowan, not so eloquently. But
Okay,
I-
what does that mean? Like you're cussing at me, or
yeah, I'm like, you stupid fucking bitch. How do you?
how dare I not know? Yeah, my bad.
How dare you be so dumb? No.
You freaking idiot.
God, what the
You're
fuck?
You're so stupid.
Fixes
Get
her
here, I'll
glasses.
smack him on the back of the head.
Pushes her circular glasses up.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Okay.
Wait, Valmoria has glasses?
No.
Just when she said that, she does.
No, she wears
I pull out-
contacts.
I pull out a pair of blue light glasses just for when I'm talking with Rowan.
Gamer
Yeah, it makes
glasses.
Gamer glasses. Okay. Interesting. I didn't know that about primordials.
How did you not? You're stupid.
You're right.
I didn't know that either.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Well, I didn't.
10 points. 10 points. The winner gets a gift card.
To be fair, Val, I think you might be the only person here that did know that.
Oh, well.
I think Clay knew. He just didn't. He wasn't letting on.
Clay nods his
Clay
head
does
yes.
seem a
He's-
lot smarter than he lets on. I think I
He's
might
just
have to-
nonchalant.
Clay nods.
He's nonchalant.
Yes, me no.
He knows. He's actually.
He said
I think he's
obviously.
A lot smarter than, I think he's a lot smarter than we give him credit for.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen-
Clay looks
I've seen
at
sparks
you
and
guys,
nods
and for
there.
the first time says a somewhat full sentence. Says, "Primordial, my cousin."
Jesus.
The
The
Wait,
first
for
time he's
real?
ever said a sentence.
Can I get an
You know
insight
what?
check on that?
He's not lying. I don't think he knows what
I
lying
mean,
is.
yeah, if you want to, yeah. I don't
Guys,
need
You know
to
what,
roll for
Clay?
him.
You and me were kind of similar. We both have weird family that we don't quite understand.
Yeah, on 11, he's telling you what he believes to be the truth. I mean, in a way, he's not wrong. It's a gross oversimplification, but golems are, in a way, somewhat related to primordials because they are also just a pure force of nature that is held together by magic.
Well,
You're a real one, Clay.
Yeah,
Okay.
pretty badass.
So
Play high fives, Fi.
breaks his arm.
Yeah, that was really harder than I was expecting.
so what's this mission for the space pirates?
Blow him up.
Eating the fire.
Dude, I'm fucking ADHD. My bad.
I wanted to say that.
I like-
was
yeah, I
about
like
to say,
circle
stop your
on circle.
ADHD.
Yes, I like circle
saw
on
you
circle.
clicking and joined.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro.
Does Rowan want to ask anything else about?
Yeah, I mean, since Valmoria, maybe we can roll off the 18. I guess it's up to you. Does she know of any primordials that like have an essence or like a touch on this world now? Like not maybe alive, but like anything
the only
active?
ones that could have a physical touch would be the few that survive, but they generally keep themselves very hidden.
Would she happen to know the names? I think that is what I would know. Like, see if there's any. Like, so I could maybe.
I don't think Valmoria could do anything with the information unless you gave her a name.
Okay, well, I mean, it's on the fucking map, so. There's this volcano to the north of Stratus, and it's Quarth's gut, I believe, right?
Mhm.
Yes. And I heard that Quarth, the primordial, is living there. I want to know if maybe you know of him, or like if he exists, if he has like a touch in
Now
this
you
world.
need to roll a deception.
Let me do that.
And then anybody that wants can insight Rowan.
My favorite.
Just normal, no advantages.
Yeah, it'll just be normal.
And I
Insight's garbage, but I don't want to roll
A,
anymore.
D.
never.
Great.
Never mind.
All right.
First roll back.
Because it's a one,
Well,
I'm not gonna give you everything, but Valmoria, especially, but everybody, you look at Rowan. He's doing the asking for a friend thing. That's what he's doing right now. He's like, hey, I'm asking for a friend, but do you guys know about this when it pertains to him completely?
Bro,
So,
that's so cliche.
Rowan,
Hmm?
why do you want to know about this guy?
Oh no! See, okay, so I gotta backtrack a little bit here, right? So
Mhm.
on my travels, I was kind of walking towards the Fey Fingers because I was like, oh, maybe I need like get stronger. Maybe they have like magic items, like for because I'm a ranger, right? And then Ember was saying something about like he has family there, or whatever. So we were going there, and then some traveler was like, hey, have you heard of Korith? And I was like, no, what's her name? She sounds hot. And he was like, no, it's like this big dude. And then he like pointed towards a mountain. And I was like, okay, maybe I'll go find him to like see if I can get stuff from him. And then I like, I was just seeing if you knew anything like about it, like to see if,
Do I need to reroll an insight to see if he's lying?
You rolled a 1, Ethan. He's lying to you again.
Ethan, stop fucking lying. Just tell the fucking truth. It's not that hard.
We're like your friends or something.
You
I'm
rolled
about
a
to pull
1
out my
for
big
Yeah.
I mean,
gun.
No, I get it.
Rowan,
I get it.
You
Can
just
I-
come back and you're already lying to us? That's kind of crazy. I can't lie.
I'm about to pull out my
Truthfully,
big
though,
ass gun.
it is
Yeah.
a funny.
Everybody
It's
look
like
at
it
the
can't be any
phones
worse
on
than what you guys have been doing. It's kind of funny.
Okay, then I'll say this because y'all are my friends, obviously.
Oh, yeah, we definitely feel it.
Yeah, I super feel
There's-
like I'm your friend right
okay.
now, Rowan.
Okay. I can't say too much. And like all respect to y'all, right? It's not my secret to tell. That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Like I can't give away everything unless we're like in the mental link. Then I would be able to say it, but just the fucking headmaster, I don't know, I don't think this is a safe space to say it out loud. And that's the truth. I
understand.
mean, you can incite me there if you want, but
I'd say that's pretty obvious. Like Rowan probably feels like that's true.
No, I genuinely do. Yeah.
I
So
understand.
he said Rowan says the first true statement he said since he got home.
God.
But if y'all did want to know, then I mean, it'll take a lot from Amara, but we could do the mental link and I'll explain it. But
I mean, that's if you want to. I don't really
just
care.
don't stab me.
I'm not gonna stab you. I was possessed at the time, bro.
Mm-hmm.
That's what she says. That's what she says.
All right.
Sure.
Do you guys want to form the psychic link?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
It's not a Telltale game. Fuck. Yu-Gi-Oh didn't like that.
Quick
That's
time
funny
event.
as fuck. Yeah, quick time event. Your friendship with Yu-Gi-Oh declined.
Best friend with best friendship with Yu-Gi-Oh
Man, you
ended.
said it before.
Ryan will remember. That's funny. Yeah, if you want to do the mental link, then I'll explain further. But
That sounds good to me.
Okay.
okay.
Yeah,
Keep
Amara,
Hal out of it. No, I'm
Amara,
kidding.
you throw up your mental link. Interesting thing with the mental link.
Oh,
Now, as your brains are all connected, you guys can hear each other as normal, but you all also hear a skittering sound in the background constantly.
Oh no.
Oh, so
Fuck.
Sylvan's in here now?
Yeah, you know.
guys, y'all hear that
yeah.
static? What the fuck?
You guys hear that?
Oh.
Hey, what is that? Amara?
So
Rock,
Okay,
stop
yeah,
farting.
Yeah.
Ryan doesn't know about that.
yeah, so I have a friend now, you know. Baba Yaga's brother, yeah, that's the dagger. That's who I made a deal with. So if you guys got it, don't mind him. He's chill. He's cool. We're on good common ground right now. So
Do we trust him with the information in our brains?
Now, if you guys want to insight Amara on that, you can. But
I
yeah,
think
it's
I
pretty
would.
obvious she feels confident in what she's saying, that she is on good terms with this creature.
Oh,
I'll have a +2 to insight. So. Great!
Yeah.
Fucking.
Yeah, on a 15 and a 14 for me. Yeah, since she's not trying to lie, yeah, you guys can look at her and tell she's being pretty. She's being honest with you guys. She is in a much better situation with this creature than she was when she was first dealing with it.
if y'all feel uncomfortable, like if Rowan, especially you, if you don't feel comfortable, that's totally cool. I understand that. I just want to let
I
y'all
will
know.
I'll give you all, you guys, some of you guys at least, have seen enough magic items to know that any information he gleans is of no benefit to him because he's in the knife.
Okay.
He cannot, of his own accord, interact with the outside world.
Okay.
It's not like he can get Orcus's name, say it, and it affects things, because he's not a real creature right now. That's why Amara is so important to him. Because he can't do. He's just a weapon to be used unless he has somebody who will actually work with him.
Okay. All right. Well, y'all wanted the truth in my head. Obviously, I'm saying something like
Rowan's mogging you, and you're all just staring at each other.
So, the part of me wanting to go to the Fae Fingers was true. I was deciding to go between the Fae Fingers or going to Korth's Gut. I heard about Korth's Gut and that he may be there, but no one has found him yet. And I was like, go to Fae Fingers, maybe find some magic items, or go to Korth's Gut, find him, and maybe he could help me in my search for my sister, or get more powerful, whatever. And me and Ember decided to go to try to find Korth. And after about a day of searching, we did. And for the past, week or two, I've been working under him. He's now my master, and I'm trying to learn from him directly. He actually taught Andros.
Old Uncle Andros.
Yeah, great dude. God, I love Andros. What a fuck. Anyways, so yeah, he's hot. My master is a primordial. He's the primordial of steam and technology, actually. So that's kind of where I've been. And he's also teaching me about, you know, my problems. So I'm trying to work on that.
Are you
But
still horrifically racist?
okay, it's been 2 weeks. All right.
I understand you gotta
Change
work it
takes
out.
time.
Do you know, like,
But are you like actually trying? That's what I'm asking.
I'm. Look, listen. You know, actions speak louder than words. Let's go meet a gang of goblins, and then we'll talk about it.
Well, if you're saying a gang, like let's meet some goblins that are actually cool that might not want to try and kill us right off the gate.
Yeah. Well, it's not like they have actual. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Sorry. I'm trying to work on it.
I know plenty of goblins that have real jobs.
Oh, I bet.
That's supposed to mean.
What's up?
Sassy.
No. Sorry. Okay. Anyways, these space pirates.
Selmir like that?
No, Selmir's different. He's one of the good ones.
Okay.
Listen. All right. Enough about me.
Rowan
Y'all.
turns around, his build that wall hat.
Yeah, I'm smoking cigars now. Actually, just constantly puffing on one.
He's got a glass of room temp whiskey in his hand.
Yeah, he's always just in a lazy boy.
Yeah.
Just always. But
the new rule book, wheelchair mechanics, but just for a lazy boy.
that is kind of sick. He's got a built-in toilet.
Can I play a conservative father with a moving recliner?
Anyways, but yeah, these things, like, can I help y'all? Maybe get in on the buy-in on the space pirates? I
as
don't know
long as
how
you
I'm
don't-
here, but I'm here
As
to help.
long as you don't disappear without me noticing for 2 weeks again.
You know, I don't remember what happened. What happened last time? Like, how did I just, did, like, the timer run out? My Wi-Fi crash? What happened? How did I?
I don't know. Like I said, I didn't know you was gone.
I was asking DM above table, if I'm being real.
No,
Yeah.
sorry, what'd you ask?
I said, how did I, like, disappear from my astral form? Did I, like, my Wi-Fi cut out? Like,
It just
think of
kinda,
it like SAO.
It just kind of flickered in and out until you woke up in your body.
okay. And I don't know
Yeah,
how it got here, if
no.
I'm being real. I fell asleep in my workspace, in my little room that I have. I woke up trying to fucking make some screws, but it was weird. Anyways, but yeah. So what are we doing today, guys?
Whatever we need to get done before Space Pirates.
I think we're going to tryouts today.
Yeah, there's Mage Tower tryouts. I don't know if you're into sports any.
Oh no, not me. I you know. Yeah. What do you mean? Yeah.
Well, I was just agreeing with you. Like, yeah, I mean,
You're agreeing with me. Like, what do you mean? Like agreeing with me? Because I didn't say anything like positive.
Yeah, I mean,
Like, it's not like I was like, oh, like, you know,
Purring, you know, it's just like, yeah.
you. So
I
you
get it.
like agreeing? Yeah. Okay. Well, that's
Well, I'm just gonna
okay.
purr at ya.
Ron, I
Well,
do have
that-
a quick question.
yeah. Go ahead.
I don't know if you really elaborated much on what this whole training you're doing. So like, I mean, if you don't want to talk about it, whatever. But like, what's going on?
Well, yeah. I mean, I said, well,
Yeah.
yeah. So I left, right? Like, you weren't there when I left, but I left the group in search, you know, for my sister, because I found a hint, pretty much, and
No luck.
right now, no. But I know, since I'm alone, because I couldn't ask any of y'all to come with me. It's not y'all's pace. It's my history, so I have to deal with. But I need to get stronger if I have to deal with the people that took her, because they're hard to find. Like, I'm pretty perceptive, and they have eluded me quite a bit. So I could tell that they have some skill. So I need to get stronger, and I'm hoping that he could give me the tools to do that, literally and figurative.
All right.
Yeah.
No,
But yeah,
that's
these
going good
tryouts.
for you, I guess. Yeah, tryouts. We're gonna
Yeah.
do sports.
Yeah. So are y'all like stretching, or like, you know, are we doing like
Yeah, stretching.
like sprints and shit? Yeah.
Just
I think
stuff like that.
I think it's Amara and Rock trying out.
I'm trying out.
Mhm.
Oh, fine.
I want to.
I missed the first tryouts because we were in hell, so I want to, try again.
Casual, yeah.
Yeah, just casually in the 9th level.
Yeah, they understood. I mean, it was a little talk, but we're good. We're good. I'm able to try again. We're able to try again. That's what I'm excited for. But other than that, I don't have any plans. Just wherever we say to go, I go.
Okay.
But I want to go talk to the blade singing teacher a little bit. I mean, I know Valmori and Rock are in that class, and I applied late. I just want to go see what's going on.
Yeah, can I do something other than that? Can I skip class, actually?
There's no class
Let's-
today.
Oh, there isn't? It's Friday? I thought Friday...
It's like college. Fridays have like optional classes.
Oh, okay, I'm not in college. Well, can I... And so that,
You
can I...
freaking idiot.
No cap. Can I just, like, spend the day... I'll follow Rock around, because he said he was, like, sparring with someone. So I'll just kind of tag with Rock, and as he's sparring, can I, just read my temporal journal?
Yeah.
Just, like, study and just try to do as much as I can learn.
Oh yeah, are there tournaments today?
Those would be over the weekend.
Oh, well, we can I.
Yeah, Saturdays and Sundays. There'll be like gladiatorial type battles for people to take part in.
Rock, you're not finna do that anyway. You're scared.
Telling me?
Yes, you Rock.
I playfully punch him in the chest.
Like really hard.
It's really hard.
You
Roll
better
for
hope you never
initiative.
catch me in one of those matches, Rock. It's gonna get tragic.
Yeah, it'd be a shame. You better see your wife again after that match.
God damn.
Only Rock can make those jokes, by the way. Just throwing that out there.
Yeah.
Maybe you, Gio, and I wink at
Who, me?
him. I think you just spending too much time around Clay.
No, I still love that thing. Whenever
Clay says who, mate?
that word kill, he fucking Orion's like, who?
Oh yeah, I don't want to take too much time, but in the session where we were like with Asmodeus, he used power word kill on me, and
Jesus.
I was like, wait, me? And I was,
What the fuck? You say, wait, me? Like, just
To be fair,
little me?
Orion pointed his gun at the devil.
yeah.
Why did you
was
point
so
your gun at
fucking-
the devil?
Because I was sliding for my teammate. That's why I was standing.
Yeah, didn't he? He had
Nah,
that
you know what?
Mario.
I respect. Can I walk over and fist bump him? Can we roll for a fist bump?
Yeah.
Sure. Be
Was that
charisma.
charisma?
Oh, my charisma's some ass.
Nah, don't worry. I rolled a 2.
About to be a very awkward fist bump.
I rolled a 2, so
You made up.
we balanced out.
Rowan missed,
I-
but Orion, it's like a guy to miss one to it.
I tripped, but he caught me in his arms and stared in my eyes. Sorry, I was role playing a little too hard there. Loser. Alright, sorry. DM, I tell you.
You're good. So, most of you guys go around, kill time for most of the morning study, that kind of thing. Rock, you go probably around 11 or noon and go look for Professor Agra. You find him down towards the fields where he holds classes. There's a small kind of wooden hut with a thatched roof. You see him out front. He seems to be chopping wooden logs for now, huge redwood logs.
Do I take over?
Yeah. The NPC right now is just standing there chopping wood like a Skyrim character.
All right. I start making my way there, and I approach him and I ask, "Hey, need help?"
He takes a second. He sets the huge axe down that he was using. Kind of wipes his forehead off. He says, "No, I don't think so. I was just finishing up. But what brings you here today, Mr. Linesman?"
Training with you. Remember you said I'd come by?
He nods and says, "Of course, let me give me a few moments to organize all this lumber, and we'll head over to the fields.
Got it.
So he spends a couple of minutes stacking up all this wood next to his hut. You see, he goes inside. He comes back out he takes the axe, sets it inside. He comes back out. He's got kind of like this leather cuirass on, and he's got the huge maul that he carries, the giant hammer with the spike on the back. As he walks back out, and he starts heading towards the fields.
Yeah, I follow him out there.
Yeah. I believe Rowan is following you, right?
Yeah, I'm just there, kind of spectating and reading. Every now and then, I do look up at the shadows, though, to see if I can see Dagger. I want to keep an ear and an eye out for Dagger, just randomly.
You can roll a perception if you want, but
yeah, give me natural 20. Can I guide myself? Nah, that's too much. It's on sight, so do I get advantage?
Sure.
Fuck yeah.
Oh.
20? No, there's nobody in the
No
shadows.
Dagger? Okay. Well, I'll just go back to reading and keep looking up every now and then.
Right. So, Agra takes you out to the middle of the field. You see that there's the field on the right where you guys had class, and on the left there is another smaller field within the center, a circular sand pit. He walks towards the center of the pit, and you see he kind of just stands there and faces you and kind of sets his hammer down next to his side in the sand.
I look at him and I tell him, I know you're a good fighter, but you might want to pick that up as I pull my axe out.
He looks at you, he says, I'll be sure to pick it up if I need it, but we'll start out a little bit more tame. I'm not worried, Mr. Lionsman.
Alright. Yeah, that's hard as fuck. So are we gonna? This is a fight, right? Like, am I understanding this correctly?
Yeah, he's gonna spar with you.
Okay. That's the case then. How far am I from him? Would you
Let me
say?
see if I can. Pretty sure I have a map for this somewhere. I do. Rowan's in the stands. Would anybody else have wanted to come?
Sure, why not?
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah,
go.
I think I do now. Look at the day.
What you mean by that?
It's a huge arena.
Give me just a second. I'm finding all the tokens.
That is huge.
Pretty big.
I see Rowan in the sands. He's so tiny. He's a little guy.
I'm just chilling, looking out into the sand.
This
I
looks
thought you were looking at
buildable
your
in
journal.
Minecraft.
I'm looking back and forth, searching for
What?
someone.
No, I could see you with like one eye looking at and one looking at your book.
Yeah, I'm reading, and then every now and then I'm like, oh fuck, I'm supposed to be looking, and then I like look up like frantically, looking for Mr. Jagger.
Wait, you're reading? I thought it was a journal.
Yeah, I'm reading a journal.
Is it yours?
It's like work notes. It's a temporal journal. It's someone's like work notes pretty much. So I'm trying to learn
And
as much
reading
as I
someone
can.
else's journal is kind of messed up, bro.
Andrews gave it to me.
Yeah, but it's not the first time, so don't worry about it.
Okay, bro. I strip and knock out an old man once in Sill's journal, and like now you act like it's a big thing.
Why did you do that once?
Well, I didn't knock him out once. I knocked him out more than once. But I
Why did you
stripped
strip
and took
why
his
did you
journal
strip
once.
Why did you do those things?
Because it was okay, you know what? They're fighting right now. I don't have time to talk about this. Get out of the mental link.
I actually think this is the perfect time to talk about this. We're watching them fight.
I'm trying to be vigilant here, guys. Alright?
New Rowan is very sassy. He's a very sassy man.
You said what, Amara? You said Rowan is very sassy?
Yeah,
Yu-Gi-Oh! Who else is gonna be here?
I'll go.
me.
Bye.
I am, yeah.
That's what Rock said before the fight even starts.
All right.
On this
Anybody
side
else?
for Team Rock over here.
Dang, where am I?
Is Ryan gonna be there?
Yeah, I'll go. I gotta support my boy.
Val, are you coming?
No, Val just wants to stay back and study.
That's crazy. Val passing up a chance to watch Rock get his ass kicked. That's nuts.
She knows the
Oh, Rock is getting his ass kicked? Never mind, I'll be there.
I mean, he's fighting a teacher. He's got a chance, but
I mean, if Rock's getting his ass handed to him, I don't want to be there.
he's fighting the barbarian teacher. I mean, he's not strictly. He's a multi-class, but he's still a barbarian teacher.
Oh, yeah, I guess Val will go.
He's level 60.
Fighting the barbarian.
He's the barbarian.
John
He's him.
Barbarian.
His first name is Barb and last name is Arian. That's how you know he's the barbarian.
since first edition.
What is it
When the fuck did Soap get here? What the hell?
That's more price than soap. Soap is Scottish.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Caleb, you wouldn't know though. You were a bit too young for that, so.
God rest his soul.
Maria.
Soap. Soap. Remember him throwing Yuri down in the cellar? I was like, bro, fuck did I do? Why you throwing me down there?
Remember when they made everyone think Soap was dead, but he actually wasn't?
And then he actually died.
Did he? I don't remember the ending of Modern Warfare 3.
All right.
No, Soap dies. Yeah. Rip. Spoiler alert.
What would
The new
you
or the
tell
old one?
me?
The old one. I think he died. in the
That's
old
it.
one, too.
I haven't played the old one in a really long time, so I don't remember.
All right. He looks at you, Rock. His hammer is still on the ground. He backs away a little bit, and he says, "It's your go, lad."
Okay.
He's letting you go first in initiative.
I just seen how far it was. He is within range, so I'm going to rage.
Go for it.
Not going to them boys off. So I rage. I move right in front of him, and I'm going to swing with wildfire.
Go for it. 12 misses.
All right. Gonna do it again.
So your first swing, he just backsteps.
All right.
Damn.
Also misses. Easily dodges to the side.
All right. For my bonus attack? No, fuck. Rage is a bonus. Never mind. I think that's all I got.
So you take 2 swings. He backsteps, moves to the side, and instantly he's gonna come up with 3 unarmed attacks at you.
Bitch smacks.
17 plus 9, 14 plus 9, 14 plus 9. They all hit. 8, 13, 16 plus 15. 31 have to 15 damage. As he and then uppercuts you right in the gut.
Yeesh.
He's a paladin barbarian with unarmed fighters, so if he has both his hands free, his unarmed attacks do a d8.
What race is he?
He's a Goliath. He is going to move around you to here, and it's going to be your go again.
All right. I'm gonna swing again. Please hit.
Sure.
24.
24? Yeah, that actually does hit.
Let's go.
Golden roll damage.
7.
For 7, he is going to immediately channel divinity to rebuke the violence, so I need you to make a wisdom save.
No, that's the wrong one. God damn it, my bad.
It's alright, wisdom save.
10.
A 10, you fail. So you hit him, you watch as wildfire kind of grazes his shoulder, and as it does, you watch from the cut a explosion of this gray-green light come out, and you take 7 radiant damage. So you take a full 7.
Okay. And then, since that was my first hit, and I'm raging, he also gets hit with the Divine Fury, so also takes 1d6.
Okay, well you're also gonna take whatever you roll for Divine Fury now too.
Oh, fuck.
Rebuke the Violent just does all that damage back to you.
God, person that shot himself.
You do have to roll the damage, but you will take it as well.
3.
Sorry, so you take another 3.
Alright. I'll like to use that's radiant damage. Fuck.
Yeah, it's all radiant.
Just flashing each other.
Okay. I'm gonna hit him again.
Go for it.
19.
19 does not hit.
Alright. I'm going to go for an unarmed attack. I'm gonna punch him.
Sure. 18 does not hit. Right, he's gonna take his go.
Reminds me of you and Arthur, Valmoria.
Yeah.
He is going to go into a rage and trigger Wild Magic Surge. So I have to roll a d8. 6. Until his rage ends, he is surrounded by protective lights, and he gets a +1 to his AC. Very cool.
Damn it.
He's gonna make 2 unarmed attacks on you. That's a 19 plus 9. And 8 plus 9 does not hit you, but the first one does. 3 plus 5. You take 8 half to 4. He's going to move around you some more. And it will be your go.
All right. Hit him again. 16 doesn't
16
hit.
misses.
21.
21 would hit, but it does not with his +1.
What? So his AC is 21. Oh, 22 now.
Correct.
Let me see.
Do anything with your bonus action?
Yeah, just see if there's anything else I could do. No. All right. We'll go for a swing. 24.
24 hits. Go ahead and roll damage. 6, half to 3, because he's in a rage. He's going to use Unstable Backlash as a reaction. So he's going to re-roll on his Wild Magic table. He rolled a 2. 2 says, you teleport up to 30 feet to an unoccupied space. Until his rage ends, he can use it as a bonus action on each turn. He goes 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Just disappears and reappears on the other side of the sand pit.
Okay. He I got my flame gauntlets on. You let me tell you, but he also takes fire damage as well. Whenever I hit him with my fist.
I'll allow it. Normally, you'd have to say you put those on, because normally you don't have them on.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, because they're not part of your armor set, but
My bad.
I'll allow it. It's just an extra D4 fire.
Alright, I'm gonna go D4. 1.
1. Big.
Take it. I'll take it. I'm done. Actually, no. I got movement, so that's.
All right, he is going to. Disappear 5, 10, 15, 20, 20. He's only going to move 20. And then he's going to run back at you and make 2 attacks and use the charger feat. A 17 plus 9. 10 plus 9. Second one is 9. First one does. He hits you with a knee right to the face. You take 10 half to 5. But you are also prone. You are on the ground.
Okay.
It will be your go.
Alrighty. I'm gonna get back up, which uses an action, if I believe. Right?
It's half your movement.
Oh, okay. No. I get back up, and then. Is there any way I could make him prone? No, it doesn't matter. I'm just gonna hit him with wildfire again. 26.
26 hits.
10.
And then roll your Divine Fury.
17.
17. He's going to rebuke the Violent again. Make a Wisdom save. You failed to, so you also take 17 radiant.
I'm gonna use fanatical focus and re-roll my wisdom save.
Go for it. Look at you using your class abilities. Bring a tear to my eye. The sentiment was good. I appreciate the thought. You still take 17.
Alright.
You have another attack.
I'm gonna hit him again. 22.
22
Yes,
hits
sir.
exactly now. Well, he lost his AC bonus, but
Yeah. And then damage.
another 7 have to 4. So he took 10 of his 9 plus he took 15. Okay, cool. Then you have a bonus action.
Yeah, I'm gonna punch him in his face. Doesn't hit.
10 misses. You for the first time you sink 2 good hits. One kind of hits him in the thigh a little bit, digs into some of the leather. The other one you come up and it kind of cuts across his stomach. You see he kind of smiles a little bit and he's like, "Not too bad there." Now it's his go. He is going to as a free action drop his rage. And he's going to cast Hold Person on you. Need a wisdom saving throw. Not good enough. You are paralyzed.
Forever.
He is going to walk up as a bonus action, make an attack on you with advantage, and if it hits, it's an automatic crit. And a 13 plus 9 does not hit. Lucky you. A 14 plus 9 does. Your 13 plus 9 is a 22. So they both hit, actually. Or no, it was just the one. It was just the one. But it is an instant crit because you're paralyzed. 11 plus 5. 16 have to 8.
All right.
It is your turn. You can make another wisdom saving throw.
Come on.
14 does not do it either.
Alright.
Is there anything you can do to affect that roll, or?
Let me see. Actually, let me look up something real quick. There might be something I can do, but I really don't want to. No, not that one. What did you say he cast on me? It was
Hold Person.
Old Person. No, there's nothing I can do.
Okay. Yeah, so you are still paralyzed. He's just gonna make 3 more attacks on you. First one's a miss, even at advantage. Second one hits. Third one hits. $22 have to 11. As you're just frozen and he's like walking around you, piecing you up like a boxing bag.
Okay.
This is everything you hoped for, Valmoria.
And more.
Yeah, you guys are watching Rock get worked. Like, I mean, this dude is obviously a very skilled combatant. Like he's obviously a teacher for a reason.
I just says, either Rock kind of peaked with the devil, or this guy is much scarier than we know.
Or
I
this
mean,
guy's
I would
stronger
just
than
go for it.
Asmodeus.
But
And I mean, that's kind of what I was implying.
Mhm.
Just send this dude to hell. What's going on down here? I heard you were causing trouble with some of my students.
Mink.
No, sir.
John Wick.
It'll be your go, so make another wisdom save.
Why did Rowan back up further?
Come on.
I need
on.
height advantage to be able to see.
Come on, wisdom, come on. Oh,
A
15.
15 does it. A 15 is exactly what you need. So you are able to shrug their paralysis, but it is the end of your turn. That is your whole turn.
He's gonna do it again.
So yeah, now you're not paralyzed, but he still gets 3 more shots at you.
All right.
It's a miss, 2 misses, 1 hit. 3, you take 8 halved to 4. And it will be your go again. As you kind of come to, you dodge out of the way of his first 2 hits. The third one you watch is like he swings with a backhand and catches you in the side of the face. But it's your go.
Dude, he just bitch slapped me. Fuck. All right.
We all seen it. He grappled the devil.
He's going easy on
He's-
this guy.
Ooh.
Are you sure? It looks like this guy is kind of kicking
Okay,
his.
go
I
ahead and
mean,
roll
he did
damage.
just have a good
Plus,
move right there as I say this.
Yeah. Damage. Make sure that's right.
Plus my divine fury.
Plus Divine Fury, and then it didn't roll right, so roll another D12 and then another D6.
Oh, not D12 and not D6. All right.
Yeah.
Mm.
20, 28, 34. Okay, go ahead, and he's gonna rebuke the violent. Make another Wisdom save.
Oh, you better hit this
Please.
one. Oh, you better hit this one.
Fuck. 16.
16. It's against what DC is it against? That might do it.
I mean, that does it. If it does, it's gonna be very bad.
Nope, that beats it. You made it.
Ooh, let's go.
Very wise.
So he's gonna
I'm
take
gonna-
20, have to 10 plus 14, 24. Yeah, you watch Rock after getting pieced up for a minute, just turns around, swings, and you just catch him right in his stomach, like chest plate, with your axe. It kind of sinks in. You see, he kind of like, and like coughs out a little bit of air, smiles at you, nods. He says, "Now you're getting it."
All right. I'm gonna
That was just
do
your
it
first
again.
attack. Yeah,
28.
go for it.
Going crazy.
8 slashing.
Have the 4. Cool. And then you
Maybe
get
saying
bonus
something made
action.
him do better.
Bonus action?
Yeah,
Don't
you have
you
a
mean-
bonus action. Go for it.
2. No,
I've been
okay.
adding rage damage this whole time. Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay. Wait. That was the wrong one.
14 misses. So you watch as you guys are saying, wow, Rock's getting pieced up. He just lands 2 incredibly solid hits on this teacher, who kind of stumbles back, a little bit of blood coming out from some like more shallow cuts on his body. He kind of nods. As he's standing here, what's it gonna do? Okay. He's just gonna make 3 attacks on you. It's a hit. That's a natural 20 for him. That's a miss. And 16. You take 13. 13 damage.
Is that half or just flat out?
That is
13?
half. It was 26.
All right. I go into hunger. I went unconscious, and
You drop.
yeah.
So you guys watch as the teacher Augur takes these hits, kind of turns around to Rock, just 1-2 to the jaw. You watch Rock kind of fall back, start to go unconscious, and the armor just sink. Helmet comes over. You're alive at 1 health. You got a turn.
I'm going to hit with wildfire again. This time
for it.
using my great weapon master. No, I'm just gonna hit with wildfire. 28.
Hits.
Boom. And I think it doubles my rage damage, so it's a +4.
On crit it does not.
On what?
Oh, the hunger does, yes. Here, I'm changing something real quick. All right, that's right. Okay. Yeah. So it'll be +4, but it's 9 + 4 = 13. Have 2. 6 + 3 is 9. Okay.
Then I'm gonna do it again. 25.
Hits.
7.
7 have 2. 4.
And then 16.
And the unarmed attack misses. Yeah, you hit a couple more solid hits on him. You see that while you are hitting him, you are not doing substantial damage to this man, though you could have assumed that. He is a teacher for a reason. Even from this little fight, you can tell this man is incredibly durable. You've done a percentage of his health, which is admirable. It is. This guy's a fucking tank. He looks around. He says, "Not too bad for a first try, boy. Let's make sure you're not too embarrassed in front of your friends." And he raises his hand up, and he summons the maul that was laying on the ground, and it appears in his hand in like a crack of smoke and lightning. And he's going to make 2 attacks with his weapon on you. He rolled 2 19s. Plus, that's +9 too. So
Yeah, Rock's knocked the fuck out.
17.
Said mink, mink.
Okay, he's been piecing him up this whole time.
All right. So you would take 42 half to 21.
Oh my god.
I want to see this guy fight Asmodeus. That's what I want to see.
And you
Well,
guys
yeah,
watch as
Rock-
Rock, the helmet comes on. He makes a couple more attacks, lands some good hits, and this individual just summons this huge hammer and swings it and just smacks the shit out of Rock's head, and he goes unconscious on the ground.
Oh, that's definitely gonna leave brain damage. I know that for sure.
I think Rock already has some.
Yeah, but this is gonna add on to it.
Yeah. You see he kind of smiles and looks around. He's got like blood, a little bit coming out the corner of his mouth, cuts all over his body. He reaches down. He's going to give you 60 points of lay on hands, Rock.
Nice.
He's a paladin?
Yeah, he said it.
He's a
earlier.
paladin barbarian, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's tough.
That's what he said. Has been invested in his book.
And he reaches down, he picks you up, and he says, "A pretty good first showing, Mr. Lionsmane."
Yeah, thought so myself.
Yeah, he kind of supports you and drags you along with everybody. For the sake of mechanics, some of that lay of hands is just because it can remove conditions, is going to remove the exhaustion.
Oh, like completely?
Yeah, because lay on hands is a weird mechanic where technically if you spend a bunch of it, it can remove status effects.
No. Okay. Oh yeah.
Yeah, a little tricky to do, but this guy's a really high level paladin, so. And this was just a spar, it wasn't a real fight, so.
Yeah, thank God.
If it was a real fight, I don't think we'd be getting Rock back. I think it would have been over for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, this
Sorry.
he kind of walks Rock over to the rest of you. You guys gather up. He says, "Your friend's here pretty tough. Your friend here is pretty tough."
Yeah, we've seen him do some crazy things.
He fared better against you than I think a lot of us would, so, you know.
The only way I could have did anything against you is if I was from a good distance with my rifle or explosive devices. And even then, I don't know if that would help, honestly.
He says, "Maybe for a little while, but as you saw, I'm pretty quick on my feet. Can move around, teleport."
Yeah. I think I would be dead.
I guess that's why you're a teacher, and we're the students.
He nods and says, "You got to be a pretty good fighter to be a fighting teacher at a school of wizards, you know."
It's a good
I
point.
mean, you do make a point there. You know, you got me there. Can't dispute that.
I do a little magic, but I use the hammer mostly for my speaking.
That might be one of the coolest things I've ever heard anyway. Well, seems
Like
like
Rock
Body
is
holding
just
up.
Yeah,
No,
Rock looks
Rock is just
pretty knocked up. Not like cut, but just like straight bludgeoning damage
looks
from getting
knocked
rocked.
up.
Oh,
Rock's now pregnant.
Rock.
What was that lay on
Rock is-
hands?
Rock is now pregnant. He is 8 months pregnant.
Fragante.
Goddamn.
what spell did you
Damn, I don't
cast
remember
on
seeing
her,
that
sir?
part of the fight. Would I look away for a second? What's going on?
Rock is
In
now.
a Diddy fight.
Rock, one interesting thing that you would notice during the fight is that a lot of the moments you two were almost using you were using very similar magic.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask him about the divine magic that he was using. That reaction that he had. Like, what was that? Pretty much.
He says, "Well, as we discussed the other day, we both have a faith to Goliath, you know, the Goliath goddess, and I channel mine a little bit differently. You seem to be, and there's no shame in it, mainly focused on fighting and vengeance and whatnot, and I tend to err more on the side of protection, you know. I'm not going to be the first to strike the blow, but if somebody hits me, I'd like to be able to, you know, hit them back, and that's kind of the type of magic that I use."
Oh yeah, that's right. Like, so I knew we both worship her. But my thing is, like, how did you get so good at like channeling it? Because that's my problem. Is I still can't channel her power.
He looks at you and he says, "A lot of time and practice and just a lot of prayer, just communing and trying to figure out what my place in the universe is and what I'm supposed to be doing, why I'm here, why I'm able to use the magic anyways. I spent a lot of time talking to Professor Talonrook when I first started here. She was a big help, but a lot of it was just spending alone time and thinking. You know, it's not something our people do very much as think, but you spend enough time doing it, you might figure something out."
That's deep.
I don't know. Sounds kind of. No,
Rug goes, "Cringe, cringe."
He punches him just in the
Fucking nerd.
face, just like.
What do you do? Hang around Reddit?
I bet you have
God.
books in your house, dude.
So okay, yeah. I want, like, while he's talking, Rock is just like holding on to every word that he said. He's just like,
Yeah, he looks at you and says, "You seem to channel the magic a little bit differently, but I think it's from the same place, and with enough practice, you can kind of shape what you want from it. I think right now you're just kind of think of it as like a dam breaking. Right now, you're just a well for the magic, and you can't control it, and eventually it spills over, breaks the dam, and until you're able to rebuild the dam, you can't control what's going on. But I, over time, built more of it's just kind of complex, but a water turbine system where I control how much flows through it at a time.
I don't know. Because I thought for the longest time the gods hated me. And I only have one regret, and that is saying that I care for no god.
Well, most people aren't born faithful. So we had to live in a world where the gods can come talk to you like you're at a picnic. Strange and hard to adjust to, especially for people like us that are mainly focused in bloodshed and gold and taking care of ourselves. There's a reason our people don't hold books, Mr. Lionsmane. It's to keep them from knowing. The chieftains depend on the stupidity of the rest of the tribe to keep their spot. If our people were free thinkers, more of them would be here. They'd be scholars and artists, but they're just warmongers.
Then I tell him, I said, that's what I'm trying to fix. And I tell him about my father and how he was bringing change to our tribe, to my tribe. And then Tarlock killed them in the council.
He nods and he says, common story among Goliath tribes. I've been alive for quite a while, and I've seen it happen time and time again, simply because people are scared to leave the old ways behind. It takes somebody with an immense will to get rid of thousands of years of tradition.
I look at him and I ask him, you speak of our people. When I take back our clan, I'll be honored if you were with me. When I take back my clan, I'll be honored if you were with me.
He smiles at you and says, well, I can only get so involved in personal student endeavors, but if things go well for you and I'm able to help out in any way, like I told you before, I'd love a place to go home for the holidays.
I know that you don't want to get involved in student endeavors, but this is for the future of our people.
I promise you, son, I'll do what I can. But there's some rules that bind me. There's some oaths we take when we take these jobs. Not to say that I can't help you and that I can't raise a fist if need be, but the majority of this journey must be yours. I will be there every step of the way, but I'm sure you've noticed the teachers here were only able to help in the most dire of moments, at the very end, when there's no other options.
Like, disappointedly, Rock, looks at him and is like, I understand.
Says, but that doesn't mean that I can't turn you into quite a fearful opponent for your uncle.
Yes, I'll appreciate that.
Yes. Additionally, there's probably some information when the time comes I can offer you about a little bit of subterfuge and maybe some ways to help you get into your camp without being noticed. If you remember right, I was exiled for a while. I lived in between, moving from tribe to tribe for a lot of years. Quite familiar with it.
That would actually be great help.
He says, as I'm sure you know more than anyone, you wouldn't want to fight your whole tribe head on. If you can cut the head off the snake, it makes it much easier.
Oh, yeah. I know. We were trying to come up with some plans about that a while ago. Couldn't really get something that worked.
All I'll say is our people have always, in history, had a problem with inflated egos.
If you play on that, you should be able to get him anywhere you want him.
All right.
Says,
I
would you like to plan for more training next week? Maybe a little less sparring and a little more instruction.
I'll take out everything you're giving.
He nods and he says, we'll start planning to make these a little more regular then. Make sure you're prepared.
And with that, a car walks up, and he in the car says, "Guys, what's going on?"
Hey, Car. We've been doing things, I guess. We just watched Rock get his ass handed to him.
We've all been there. It's happened to the best of us.
Rowan's back.
Yeah, Ron's
That's pretty
back.
cool.
I didn't know he was gone, but he's back.
Oh, yes, the trip I didn't know you were on. Welcome.
Hey, bud. You sound a lot better. Earlier you were quiet, but last time I was here you were really quiet. Now I can hear you.
You don't want to know how it...
Yeah,
I
he
am
got,
so
he got his PC
aggressively-
fixed.
Oh, you did? Sick, man. Good job.
I am fully reclined in my chair right now because we're not going to
Oh my
talk
God.
about any sort of traffic laws that may have been violated in the last
Yeah, long
2
day, I can
hours.
imagine. Long day.
Yeah. But you sound like a Mara driving. Goddamn.
What the hell?
No, he probably uses his blinker.
Oh yeah, I bet you do.
Blinker.
Jim, can I try to search one more time?
Yeah, go
But
for
can
it.
I whisper, like just kind of like to myself, just Dagger? Can I just say his name?
Sure.
His grandson's right here.
But y'all don't hear. I meant like to where y'all don't hear me. And then I like to roll perception. Fuck! Oh! Shit!
Nothing.
Damn it! Nothing. Okay.
He is convinced, I'm going to say it, the Dagger is the rogue teacher at this school.
Oh.
To me,
Wait,
doesn't make
didn't
sense.
we see the rogue teacher though?
I'm
Isn't
sorry
it
to
a
break your
female?
heart, Rowan. We know what the rogue teacher looks like, and it's not Dagger.
Look, you could say that. You could have met the rogue teacher, and it could have still been Dagger in a female costume.
The funny part is they did.
They did. So Amar passed.
Nope.
No, because Amar didn't
Oh, we
realize
didn't
until it was too late.
recognize. Yeah.
Ay, pinche way.
Yeah, she gave me a tattoo.
I missed this in the recap. What the fuck?
She was a ghost.
Okay, well.
Why do we have our? Why are you trying to
said
pass
it.
the rope?
I wasn't gonna burst your bubble, but
Oh, I was.
he had the
Rowan's so
needle ready. It was like
convinced
the
it's
SpongeBob
Dagger, it's
episode
Dagger.
with the balloon people.
Rowan's still convinced it's Dagger, by the way, so I'm gonna keep
Yeah.
keep an eye out for Dagger.
Yeah, so you guys are all chilling at the stadium right now. Professor Agra's still there. He's kind of clean, like he's doing a lay on hands to himself, healing up the cuts and stuff that Rock him. You know, Rock didn't substantially hurt him, but Rock is Rock is the first fight this fellow has had in a while who did real physical damage that didn't just lob a fireball at him. And he looks pretty stoked.
I'll take it.
Okay. Rock walks with his chest up for the next day.
With his like beat up face and shit. Looks like he's got looks like
Looks like he got
black
stung
eye,
by bees. Yeah, it
broken
looks like he got
nose.
stung by bees.
Yeah.
Missing a tooth.
Looks like a 50s housewife after the food was cold.
Yeah.
As you guys are sitting around, you after probably like 15 or 20 minutes of you guys just meandering around and stuff like that, you guys hear the intercom come on and you hear T Kettle's voice come over and he says,
Hello, to the group that came to me yesterday for that special thing, can you please come to my office? I don't want to say what it was, but please come.
I have a
Very,
sneaky
very
suspicion he
nonchalant of
might
him.
be talking about us.
I continue reading. I don't notice anything. I keep reading.
Rowan, we gotta go.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Wait, why?
You can stay here. You can stay here. It's
I mean,
okay.
you don't have to. He's studying our blood, so we gotta.
Oh wait, E-Kettle was talking about us?
Well,
Well,
not
not you specifically, more about
yeah.
us.
But like you're
Oh,
kinda,
like y'all?
yeah, you're like grouped in with
Yeah,
us.
we
you
kind of
know?
forgot about you for.
I mean, we don't have your blood on hand, so you know.
Okay. Well, yeah, go fuck it.
Well, does Rowan even
Rock, you good to
bleed?
go?
Yeah, but like, does Rowan even bleed in his projection form?
You guys don't know?
Do you bleed?
You bleed.
I
You wanna
step
find
away
out?
from Amara. I hide behind Sabir
I'm
in a
not
car.
going to stab you. I'm not possessed.
Can I whisper to a car, hey, can you watch Amara and make sure she doesn't stab me?
You said what, Amara? You gonna stab him?
I'm not
Oh,
gonna stab
fuck.
him. I'm not gonna stab anybody.
Can I roll an insight check on Amara? See if she's planning on stabbing somebody?
Criminal.
Can't tell.
I look at Rock. I'm like, I'm not lying. I'm not gonna stab anybody.
Yeah, what about an 11?
That's what you said last time.
I'm gonna hide behind.
I was
Valmoria.
possessed.
That's exactly what somebody.
Actually, I'm not hiding
possessed
behind Valmoria because she did stab me.
I apologize. We've been over this.
And she was under something too.
Okay,
Dude,
listen,
what's up with
listen.
the women in our group stabbing us, bro? What the fuck?
Rock, you stabbed
Okay,
Cedric.
Pebble. Okay, Pebble. Mm-mm.
You did.
Rock
stab
also stabbed
Cedric.
Cedric. Yes.
Yeah, and
I don't
Cedric didn't
remember.
even swing back at you. He just looked at you and he mogged you and he said,
Yeah, he said down.
This
He
isn't
said
you.
down.
He said that's it.
Okay.
Even though you crit him.
Is that all you got?
One more time.
Alright, looks like we gotta go to
So, yeah.
Kettle's class.
So you guys say goodbye to Professor Agra. You all gather up and head back towards the center campus, past the big biblioplex, into the super tall tower that Tea Kettle resides in, where his classroom is. Professor Mogrick, oh my god. All right, man. All right. You head up the stairs, up to his office, past his classroom. You see there's. Shut up.
He pulls up
you see that,
together.
yeah, there's no class right now. As you approach, you guys see that the door, as you approach, automatically opens. See Tea Kettle in there with his robe, like his sleeves rolled up, his hair's kind of frizzy. He's like running around, climbing up and down ladders, over like Olympics and like chemistry sets that are bubbling and moving. You guys come in. He turns around and looks at you. He's got like this kind of crazy look in his eye. He goes, "I can't figure it out. I'm missing something. I'm missing a part."
I see. It must be quite difficult. It must be driving you a little mad.
Do we want to take a little break, Tea Kettle?
Do
You wanna...
you know specifically like what you might be missing, or?
He takes a second and looks at you guys and he says, "I started running tests on the blood, and each sample is tied to a different arcane rune, and there's a sequence, but I'm missing part of the sequence."
Oh, Rowan.
Rowan.
Yeah. What's
Can
up?
we have some of your blood? I'm not gonna drink it. I just say I think he needs it.
Me either, because I haven't done that yet.
Can I reach for a car's hand and like look at Amara?
I just pick him up like a child.
Yeah, there.
You're not gonna let them hurt me, right, Akar?
No, we're good. We're good, buddy.
Okay.
Everything's okay.
I'm not gonna cut you.
Can you get a drop of blood?
I'm so scared, Amara.
I poke his fingy and get a drop of blood.
All right.
I put a knife to his throat.
Rowan, roll me a Arcana check with advantage. A 16?
15.
On a 16, I'll say that you, realizing like what's going on, are able to manifest yourself a little bit more physically in this moment to where your astral form could produce a single drop of blood.
Okay. I leer at Akar.
Yeah.
Pissed
He
off.
reaches out with like a diabetes, like blood sugar tester and pricks your finger.
It's okay, Ron. We all did it to ourselves willingly.
I mean, nothing new for me.
Yeah. Tea Kettle runs over. He like gets a little vial, takes the sample really quick, runs over, throws it inside of one of the Olympics. It starts. You watch the colors and the liquid start changing: blue, green, yellow, like a gray silver, turns see-through for a second. He's looking at it up and down. You see, he's got like a chalkboard over to the right, and he's got all of these arcane runes drawn out. There are, as of now, there would be, I believe, 7.
Rowan, you have AIDS.
That's what the military does to test for drugs.
You watch as he starts distilling this blood drop down. Eventually, it kind of goes down through these pipes and tubes, dripping into different empty beakers, boiling for a second, moving into another. And you watch towards the end, there's a small kind of circular glass dish. And as the liquid starts to drip into the dish, the liquid naturally starts to form into the shape of a rune. Tea Kettle runs over, draws it on the board. The sequence looks completed. It looks like a full set of 8 runes. And he looks it up and down. He says, "Now to figure out what language this is."
Can I cast comprehend languages if he doesn't have it? I mean, I assume he would.
I mean, he has it, but yeah, go for it.
Okay. Need to roll anything?
Go ahead and roll an Arcana check.
Okay. Roll 20. I'm loading. Ah.
A 20? You cast comprehend languages and everything goes right and you feel like it should work. Nothing pops up. You like it, these runes do not shift or become more readable or anything at all.
Well, guys, I can't read jack shit.
Do the runes
That
like
seems like
make
a
a
good sign.
picture?
Right now they're just laid out in a like a line.
Could I try to see if I could like put something together with them that could?
Yeah, go ahead and roll me a investigation check with advantage. A 19? On a 19, you look at them and you think you're onto something. You think the orientation and shape has something to do with it, but on a 19, you can't quite figure it out.
I'll relay that I think we have to like maybe move it around or just the shape of it.
Do we recognize any of the runes? Like, have we have seen them before? Maybe.
You guys can roll me a history check if you like.
Them or all of us?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know nothing. She said, pretty shapes. Shapes and colors.
Not with
Oh, way to
advantage,
go.
Not with advantage.
Oh.
I'll let Orion have advantage because this is occult information.
Okay. Then
On a natural 20 and then a 24 from Phi. You guys think for a minute, and Orion, you also like. You're by far the closest with this teacher. They're not the same runes, but it looks like the same language as what's on those trees in Valentine's place.
Okay. I'll definitely relay that. So these would be from the Abyss.
Yeah. And not normal abyssal, this makes them the language of the Vashar, which were the people pre-demons.
Would Valentine be able to recognize what they mean if we could like?
It's
copy
possible.
them?
Valentine never said that he knew how to read the language, only that he's collected as much information as he could on the people.
Not the Premins.
The pre-mins.
I imagine the Vishar isn't a common language many people would know.
That's why it didn't pop up on comprehend languages, because they were a pre-weave society. So their language is it was never tied into magic or the weave, so it doesn't exist as far as like modern magic it knows.
And I take it since it's pre-weave, there wouldn't be any books about it in the library, even in the restricted section.
Well, in the library, I don't know. That would be something you might have to look into. But beyond that, like you know, there's at least some information because Valentine said he's collected some.
Do the runes like look like any objects or something that could correspond with each of us? Like, do they?
I think again, you think you're onto something, but you think that it needs to come together. You think that each rune is a sigil or a symbol in its own way, but they also have to come together into the larger picture to also to understand what the larger symbol and the smaller symbols are.
Okay.
Can I throw them in the book to show to others later?
Yeah, if you want to copy them down, you can.
The larger picture. Did we give him Sabir's blood?
You did not.
Should we?
Can? Hold on.
Yeah. Oh wait, yeah,
we?
can.
Is-
Does he bleed? Oh, he does. I thought.
Sabir bleeds. It's not red blood, but he bleeds. It's black.
Yeah, but like, will that affect any of like his curse stuff? Is what I'm like.
You have no clue.
About. Like if. Yeah, never mind. I don't want to try that. I would rather not.
I mean, you've seen Sabir bleed before. Like, it doesn't seem like him bleeding is like a trigger for anything. But I mean, you guys don't know. You guys don't know enough about alchemy, really.
Not
like even Tea Kettle, with all of his knowledge, is
not
like
even Tea
venturing into unknown fields right now.
Could I? I guess Valentine would be over there. Leave and go ask Valentine where he's been like getting his information from about the Vashar, is that how you pronounce it?
Vashar.
Vashar. Can I go ask him? See if he'll tell me. We're
Yeah,
alright.
if you guys want to dip out.
Like, we'll be right back.
Yeah, I'll go with, since I have the runes in the book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, not everybody has to go. I was just saying, like.
Yeah. No, if you want to dip out, you head over. It's like a 15-20 minute walk over to Valentine's. You head through. You find him in his usual spot, going through piles of paperwork and kind of arranging some of his like ritual objects and stuff. Seems to be like cleaning up for the end of the week. Going to enjoy his weekend, probably hunting things in the swamp. What do you guys do as you approach?
Just wanna. We're gonna be like, excuse me, Professor Valentine. Can I have a moment of your time, please?
Says, my most interested students. What can I help you with?
So, backstory. We found this poem, figured out there's some stuff with curses to do with it. And we had Tea Kettle run our blood, and we came up with these runes, but they're written in the language from the Shah. And we were wondering if we can know where you were collecting your information from, or if maybe you've seen these runes before. Akar has them in his book. Maybe you can take a look at them if you have time.
He looks at you up and down. He says,
"This is quite strange that I would give you all of this information days ago, and now you come to me saying that it is tied to you somehow. Would you agree?"
Oh, I would agree. But stranger things have happened.
That is true, Mrs. Evergreen. Very well. I will help you as best I can.
Appreciate it.
Show me these runes. Let us see.
Yeah, and I flip through the book and kind of showing them one at a time.
Yeah. So you flip through the book. You notice, Akar, as you were flipping through the book, the runes on the page start to glow, and then the runes on the trees are also glowing.
I just close the book really quickly and go, okay.
Okay,
let's
that
take
was
it slow.
Probably smart. Yes, let us one at a time. It seems as if they are interacting with each other, so let us do this safely.
Yes.
Yeah.
He kind of like, you set the book down, you go through one page at a time slowly. You can see the field around going as like it's kind of fighting to keep something inside. He leaps through quick enough that he feels it's not going to risk breaking the barrier, but slow enough that he doesn't feel like he's overloading everything. He looks through, he says,
I do not recognize the runes themselves. I am not fluent in the language. But I have a small collection of reference documents I collected when I raided a library in my original venture to the Abyss. I do not know if giving you access is the correct path here. I can do the research on my own, but if I hand you access to these books, there is some risk involved.
What kind of risk are we talking? Like,
Well,
really
these are
bad?
powerful old books of a different magic. Some of them hold curses and ancient secrets and, dark ideas that existed before man. The Vashar were a powerful race, but I would not call them good.
That makes sense.
I would imagine when you have no wants or desires or need to work anymore, you start to pursue some more illustrious things. Little debauchery.
That sounds about right. I mean, if you think it'll be safer, speaking for myself, I'm okay with you doing the research as much as I would like to learn. I don't want to let some evil things out to play, for lack of a better words.
He kind of looks around at the rest of you, says,
Are any of the rest of you set on doing the research yourself, or would you rather me do it?
It seems like you're way more versed in this stuff than I am, so I'm fine with you maybe looking into it a little more.
He kind of nods, says, he kind of nods and says,
I will begin to research post-haste, though I cannot promise results. The little bit I can tell about these runes is if they came from your blood, they seem to be in some way tied to this defense system that I have stolen from that ancient city. If you notice, it seems as if these runes that come from your blood are trying to almost override and shut down the system as if they have control over it.
Oh. Well, that could be a good thing or a really bad thing.
Yeah, I don't think we want this system to shut down.
Yeah, definitely not.
He says, I think not. I think if all of these runes were arranged properly in the wrong place, it could wreak immense havoc.
Maybe we should go back and stop them from arranging those runes in the right way.
as we cut to the other room, and Fi's like, I think if...
I think if I put it right here and then I put
I'm just
this
like
one
rubbing
here.
my temples like I've almost got it.
To be
We're just
fair, Fi's
almost
probably been
there.
trying to figure it out the whole time. I do need an investigation check with advantage. See if you can figure it out.
I'm on 1.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Now this is the question. Fi doesn't know he's not supposed to do this. Are you gonna flash of genius yourself?
So you're saying I didn't figure it out?
I'm saying that you are right there. You are right on the edge of figuring it out.
Could we like flavor it into a way where like he's about to, and then they come in the room and say, "Wait!"
They're a good 20 minutes away.
Yeah. Well, I think with Fi not fully understanding things and how with it things have been going the past few weeks, he's just gonna kind of step back a little bit.
Darn.
I mean, if you think so, I don't want to tell you how to play your character, but
I feel like that's what he would do in this
well,
moment.
my only issue with that is that Fi has never before once done that.
Yeah.
Not a
So maybe
single
it's like
time.
maybe
And
it's
you
like a
don't know
character
you're
growth
supposed to do
moment.
it. So I understand the fear of what might happen. But
Yeah.
I'm asking for just full honesty, play the character, whatever that means. So I'm not saying that Fi would do it, but I am saying that if he's not going to do it, you need to give me a more compelling reason why. Than like he instantly has a moment of clarity and instantly thinks that he doesn't want to know everything because the character's never done that before.
I think because of the fact that he's made these new friends and that they're not all here right now, he doesn't want to just automatically take over everything with things he doesn't understand.
True. My argument to that, though, is that the last thing the others were doing before they left is trying to solve this anyways. In Fi's mind, this is just a puzzle.
Mm-hmm.
That is my issue with it, is that Fi doesn't realize that this holds any power, it's just a puzzle.
Don't you think maybe because of the reason why these runes are here that he would maybe figure that there's something going on with it, that it's not just a puzzle?
Maybe, but even then that's a stretch. Again, if you're not gonna do it, that's fine. But I need a compelling reason beyond like Fi instantly has a moment of coming to his senses. Like I mean, saying that like, oh well, it's the same runes is one thing, and that is a you know something that the character would probably think about. But at the same time, the sigils themselves they've given no sign of being magic to you. So if there is a specific reason why Fi would look at that and go, okay, I don't want to do this for this reason, I think that would be justified. But
I'm trying to think. It's like I feel like with the path I'm going on with this decision, that there is something there for him to step away.
yeah, if you can articulate that to me, I will more than happily say that like Fi is just okay not finishing this puzzle. But simply based off how the character's been the whole time and the fact that he doesn't know anything yet.
How about this? Being the hell and seeing all this stuff happen, and that there is a lot of unknown things with like gods and stuff now and curses, that he just doesn't feel confident about completing this, and he feels like he's about to get close and he doesn't know what's going to happen, so he just kind of thinks like, wait, maybe I shouldn't.
Let's leave it up to chance. Go ahead, because this is a decision that would not be based on intelligence. It would be based on your wisdom. I need you to give me a wisdom saving throw. It's not a crazy high DC. If you get above it, Fi will have the wherewithal to say, okay, maybe I should wait on this. If you don't, he's going to flash a genius. Okay. I think that's fair, leaving it up to chance.
Okay, I can work with that.
Oh.
Can he flash a genius that?
No, he can't. Yeah, Fi, you finished the puzzle.
All right.
Oh God.
It's done. You look at it, and as you're arranging it, you have a moment where you look at it and you go, oh, okay, I see. You look at one of the runes at an angle. You're like, that's a scythe. There's another one. That's a dagger. Another one. That's an axe. And you arrange them in a circular square pattern with the open area in the central spot. Seems to be one more piece to this room.
Oh, I know exactly what it is, and
I
we
know
not
what
added
that
it,
piece
boy. No, we not. We not added that one.
That's what Fi sees. You've got a 8-piece kind of puzzle set around this open slot in the middle. You watch as you rearrange it that like these lines around the outside all connect and make kind of this like circular square shape that's kind of moving around the middle. But nothing crazy happens.
Well, guys, I figured it out.
Nobody's there with you right now.
A couple people, only like 3.
I think
I'm there.
I think I'm still with her.
By the time that he's figured this out, the rest of you will have been reapproaching Tea Kettle's office.
I'm gonna run there in there. Don't figure it out.
As he puts
Hey guys,
the last.
I figured it out.
Professor Valentine.
Yeah, so the rest of you walk in. The rest of you walk in, and you see that these runes have been redesigned on the chalkboard into a shape that is now whirling and spinning with the red. And you see that in each of these kind of 8 individual sections is some signifier of each of you. For most of you, it's your weapons. For Valmoria, it's a crescent moon.
Aw, cutie.
Phi, obviously, it's like some kind of like gear.
Glock.
The Glock.
AA-12 with a switch.
Yeah. And Rowan's, as opposed to a bow, is a symbol of a raven.
Is a Cars a book?
A Cars is not a book. A Cars is actually it's kind of hard to tell, but a Cars is a boat wreathed in blue flame.
That doesn't be like a 2007 Nissan.
And he's got the Mazda CR6.
Yeah, Phi, we probably shouldn't have figured it out. Professor Valentine said that it holds
sorry,
great power.
Do you want me to unfigure it out?
Yeah, can you just like forget it?
Okay, well, not really, but I'll try.
Beep boop bop beep.
Does Professor Tea Kettle have anything to say about it?
He's just still running around with the Olympics and stuff, like kind of going through samples and whatnot. Yeah, he kind of looks at it, he says,
Looks like it's still missing one part, but at least the samples that I have seem to sequence together.
Well, Professor Valentine said it had something to do with the trees he had brought back from the abyss, and it acts as a control system, and if we put it together and it shuts that down, it's gonna go bad really fast.
Tea Kettle, roll a persuasion.
Ryan's not very good at those.
12.
Tea Kettle looks at you and says, Valentine's paranoid old man, older than me. I'm sure it is dangerous, but everything we do here is dangerous. I'm not in the business of quitting halfway.
I just
like the way you think, Tea Kettle.
He looks at you and he says, of all the people here, do you not think that I could handle whatever comes out of this?
a lot of this is just very out of my league, and the power that I know that like is held in there, I'm not dismissing your abilities at all. You are leagues above like anything I've known, but I'm just not sure. I don't think that, because I know the power of a name, and the name that's able to be said in those trees tells me a lot about the power that can hold, and that's power that I can't even imagine.
Tico says, yes, it's hard for people who have never touched that kind of power to understand what it means, but that kind of power is what built this school. It's what allowed hundreds of wizards, thousands of us to come together and learn under the greatest teachers of our time. We have dozens of the most skilled casters and fighters on our staff here. We are always prepared for any war the material plane could wage. This school has stood for so many years that no matter the dangerous or scary to the students' endeavors, that we found ourselves in, we always persevered. I respect your fear of the unknown, but if there is some power to be had from these runes, I very much intend to find it.
I'm just gonna kind of like side eye Valmoria, like the help me out here kind of thing.
Oh, I see Ryan side eye, and I like think for a second, and I'm like, not that I don't agree with you that this school is very powerful and has a lot of very talented and incredible people in it, but what happens if God forbid the protection that is had in that space were to break open, if we were to figure out that missing piece? I mean, there's not gonna be any school left. I'm not gonna exist. You're not gonna exist. It's not gonna be a if we can do it. It's gonna be no. It's gonna be done, and we're just gonna be done. I mean, would I personally love to know what this whole curse business is? Yes, but not at the expense of the people at the school, much less the people in the world that we're a part of. I just don't think that it's worth that, even though it would give all of us an insight about who we are.
Tiketto looks at you and says, Mrs. Evergreen, same as Mr. Nightbane, I understand your reservations, but as much as I speak ominously and without specifics, there is no force that I am aware of, not one that you have made me aware of, that could pose a real threat to this school. As I have said, that I do not know of any creature that could come of this that could do real damage. And truthfully, if there were a creature that could destroy us, there are not many other places that would stand a chance. If a creature like that existed, then there would only be so much that could be done about it as is. So unless you have some information you'd like to give me, something you know that I do not intend to stop my pursuit of this.
Does Tea Kettle know? Well,
No.
I guess he wouldn't know. He wouldn't know. Ooh.
Should I tell him that the creature's dead, but bringing it back would just cause it to wreak that havoc? But by not completing it, we're more ensuring that, like, he doesn't?
Well, Tea Kettle's pretty smart. Can't we just tell him to the psychic link? Like, the name? Like, who it is?
Yeah, but
But the issue is the more people we tell, the
more dangerous
yeah.
it is.
Well, like,
that's
It's not that I don't
say
trust
that
them. It's just that, like, if something slips, like, at all.
I'm pretty sure Tea Kettle knows the name, but he doesn't know it's tied to this specific problem.
if he knew the name, then he would know that speaking the name or releasing. He says he doesn't know about any creature that could wreak that type of havoc. So, in knowing the name, he would know that. I would assume he would know that.
I know that, like, this school is full of extremely powerful people. I don't think they'd stand a chance against Orcus, personally. I think we would just be unnecessarily putting a lot of things at risk.
I agree.
And I mean, yeah, Valentine might be paranoid, but I think it's merited given that he actually went to the Abyss and to, like, Ungor and then, like, saw it all actually. I mean, I don't know a lot about Tea Kettle's history compared to Valentine's, but I don't think that, like I said, I think his paranoia is merited.
Yeah, but my thing is, I think Tea Kettle probably would understand. Right now, he doesn't know what he's doing, right? He most definitely knows of Orcus, but he doesn't know that he's dealing with.
I don't know. That's
Orcus
not like a common thing that's known, even among a lot of, like, powerful people. I don't think Orcus is a very commonly known thing.
Well, even when we were talking about, sorry, laptop cut out. The generals, 2 of those generals served Orcus, and they're trying to find his name.
Yeah.
So it would stand to reason that Tea Kettle doesn't know, because it's, if I remember correctly, it's not in any books, anything except for at the library of the.
It was in
Okay.
wasn't it in a book that Rowan read at Eugene's?
Yeah. Like,
That
Was
was
it?
that was his primordial name.
Yeah, oh, that was his primordial name.
Yeah.
Because as I informed you earlier, there was a time when the primordials sided with Orcus, and he pretended to be one.
I still say we tell Tea Kettle like who he's dealing with, so he at least understands the gravity of the situation.
I'm
Right
not.
now,
I don't
he
want to tell
thinks
him the name. I just want to tell him that it's. I just, my fear is the more people we tell about this, the more risk we're putting stuff at. Like if we're just if we. What's that?
Does he know of Vanilla?
I assume.
he just saw his Vanala's father. And if he knows who it is, then, well, problem solved. If he doesn't, then we just don't tell him.
Yeah, what do y'all?
So then,
What do y'all think of that?
Yeah, I guess.
but if we say that and he asks us who Vanala's father is, what are we going to say to that?
Yeah, and if by saying that he's gonna research it, and we don't want that.
Well,
Like
we have to tell him something. I know what you're saying, but the way we're going right now, it's not convincing. Like he said, give me a reason to not do it. And the reason is, if you figure out his name, right? If he needs to know what we're dealing with, because that's his thing. Is that he knows we're holding back. And if we continue to hold back, we're not going to convince him to not do this.
It's not that I don't trust Tea Kettle. Tea Kettle can be a chaotic man sometimes, and I doubt he's gonna.
Yeah, but
like
he
he's very logical.
loves this,
So I think he'll insight it more of like if we tell him and like he's gonna insight it and know like, hey, we can't say what it is, and then he's gonna see like that we're fearful about it. It's gonna come across to him, I think, more of, hey, man, this isn't something I should dig into more if he sees that, we're being honest with him.
I mean, yeah,
That's how I
you
would
also
think.
have to think that we are on a much lower level than Tea Kettle is, and I'm more scared of, because very high level wizards, very powerful wizards, are very arrogant. So so just because we're scared of something does not mean he's gonna be scared of something.
Yeah, my thing is like he's like talking to
The
children.
word you're
We're
looking
like
for is
children
called
compared to him.
hubris.
Yeah.
Hubris.
Like if he's gonna see we're scared of something, he's just like, oh, these kids are gonna be scared of fucking everything. They're weak.
Yeah, like our fears are like the monster underneath the fucking bed kind of fears.
Yeah, so by us telling him like, oh, this is really scary, like we don't do anything about it, he's not gonna really understand that.
I still say we should tell him like at least tell him the truth, because he's going to
It's
figure
less
either,
it's less so convincing him like that we have to convince him that we're not just scared of this because we're weaker compared to him. This is a genuine, like, real threat to everything, including him. And that's the hardest part, is convincing him of that, I think.
Yeah, and my thing is that I agree we need to convince him of that, but we can't do that if he doesn't know what the threat is, because he's going off the assumption, like you said, it's hubris. Like, he will not understand our fear if he doesn't know what we're scared of.
But then if we just say, we go into mental league, we say, oh, it's Orcus, Vanala's dad. That's assuming that he knows what happened in Angora and knows the whole history behind Orcus. Then we have to explain all of that to him, why it's such a big thing that he doesn't come back.
And on the opposite side of the same coin, by telling him we are taking that risk, I mean, I guess, like we always say, you're always taking the risk, but by telling him we are actively putting more danger to it, like letting more people know.
I just want to add also, this isn't necessarily something that should affect your decision, but additionally, if Orcus ever does come back, the school's going to be one of the first places he comes across.
And my thing too is like Tea Kettle loves the school. Like he said, he just fucking bragged the shit out of this school, blazed the fuck out of it. he's not going to do anything to actually actively put it in danger.
You say, and I agree. It's just there's no. I don't think it's gonna be easy, and if we fuck up, it's fucked. To convince him that this is a true, genuine threat to everything, not just us.
Yeah, but you gotta also remember that TK is a wizard. He's a high-level wizard. He's a motivated guy. He's a scholar. He is going to figure out eventually. Either we tell him now, and we try to
I'll be right
convince him
back
like
while you guys
this
talk.
is very dangerous, or we continue to deceive him, and hopefully this facade holds up long enough for us to get
We're
our
not
shit together.
deceiving him.
We're not deceiving
We're not
We are
lying
not.
to him.
A mission of telling the truth is lying.
Then we have to lie just to be safe. Like we can't if this.
And we're
name-
lying
The
to
thing
everyone.
is that he's still going, but he is a motivated man who will figure it out
Exactly.
eventually.
Okay, but
So
on that
either
same
now
point,
or
he's trying to figure this out from a scholar's perspective. These 8 generals that served Orcus and don't know his name are infinitely more motivated, and even they can't find it. And I guarantee they are about as strong, if maybe not a little weaker. They are just as motivated, if not more, to find that out.
Yeah, but
So
motivation
hold on.
so far.
The whole
He's
thing is
actually
y'all are
smart.
arguing that we shouldn't tell him. Well, what do you think we should do then? In the case that we don't tell him, like there has to be an opposition to it because he's gonna try to figure it out anyways. What do you think we should do about that then?
I mean, we can't stop him from trying to figure it out, but we can stop us telling people Orcus's name.
But like he wants like a reason not to. So what do
What
you?
if we get who's the teacher that we talked to? The one that
Valentine here, he said he thinks Valentine's a paranoid old man.
yeah, but he has to have a level of respect, more respect than he has with us, with Valentine. Valentine could probably explain to him like the gravity, and he'll probably take it with more weight. Like
I mean, we explained it. I mean, yeah, Valentine he does respect more, but I mean, Tea Kettle's still gonna think like, oh, I'm the headmaster. Like what the power they're talking about is nothing, and that's my point. Is that it's the arrogance of like we tell him about this, and even if Valentine did, I'm just more afraid that he's gonna be like, oh, like it's not shit. Like they just don't know anything, and then that shit's gonna go downhill.
I think if we don't tell him Orcus's name and the whole backstory behind what would happen, because I do see Rock and Yu-Gi-Oh's point of view. Like, yes, I think that him knowing the full extent of the issue to some extent would deter him from messing with that stuff. But on the opposite side of the coin, as Rock said, he's a very scholarly, wanting to know knowledge, for lack of a better expression, thinks he's hot shit, untouchable guy. I think part of him would be like, oh, it's just him, and I'm this big powerful wizard. Like, not that I think that he would purposefully try and release Orcus, but I do think that at some point he could do something reckless.
We cannot let him finish that rune circle. We cannot let him do that.
Well, okay, yeah, I know. Y'all have to come up with something. If the argument is that we can't tell him, what do y'all think that we should do then? To stop him from putting this together, because y'all are arguing not to tell him. What is the alternative? There's either that or we don't. Okay, if we don't tell him, he's gonna want to do it then. So what do y'all think we should do then?
He's gonna want to do it either way. Is my point.
That's why I disagree. I think if we do tell him and he understands the full gravity of the situation, that he will probably. I have faith that he'll take a step back.
But we can't. He's not going to understand the gravity from us telling him. Even if Valentine tells him, I don't think he will. That's the issue.
Hold on. Fi, Akar, Rowan, Amara, what do y'all think? Because it's just kind of the 4 of us talking, so I want to know what y'all think.
No, I feel a little conflicted, personally.
I was letting y'all talk, but for me personally, I'm more on Valmoria and Orion's side, but I understand both sides, of course. I just am trying to think of what kind of solution to do, but I'm more on y'all's side.
Akar, you have any thoughts? Rowan?
Yeah, my thing is just that obviously he can't be fucking with it, but I don't necessarily know how to keep somebody who's chasing something from not, you know what I mean? Like I don't know a good plan to convince him of like, hey, leave this the fuck alone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think all we can do is give him a warning, because either way, he's gonna try to fuck with it. Unless we have like an actual fucking argument, which we do. Obviously, is like, you know, Big Dog is fucking terrible, but at the end of the day, he's, you know, he wants more knowledge. So
I don't think
all we can do is
that just finding Orcus's name is as common knowledge as maybe like it's conceived to be. Like it would take him hundreds of thousands of years to find something like that.
Well, granted, he could just go to the library of.
Yeah, I read it in a book, so.
Yeah, but that was his primordial name. That doesn't cause him to come back to life. That started the whole church thing up because there was some power there. That's different from just saying Orcus. I'm not saying he can't find stuff about him. I'm saying he's not going to find the name. Maybe in a long time.
What if we just tell him, like, we tell him, like, what he is? We pretty much tell him everything about Orcus except his name.
Do you guys remember how you figured out Orcus's name?
Yeah.
How'd you do it?
I don't have my notebook here.
We looked through Sabir's memory. Remember, Felmoria did? And
No.
Revan? Isn't that where y'all found it?
No.
No, it was in a dream. It was in his dream, I think. Was it? When y'all were going through his mind. Was
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Oh.
Was it that or no?
Mm-mm.
Phil?
It wasn't that.
incorrect.
Sorry. I'm in Victoria and I left my notebook in Huntsville. I have it written down.
You read it off of his dead body.
There we go.
Oh.
Yeah, when we got taken by Dagger and then we like saw Bahamut and stuff. We were in the graveyard of the gods.
So technically, doesn't that mean that anyone who could read?
I was about to say, isn't it just?
It takes an immense amount of luck and skill to get there. You guys have just kind of lucked into being there a couple of times. Even the average high-level person will never make it there. And they would have to know that it exists, know what they're looking for, know how to read Primordial.
And yeah, and to that point, if we tell him everything about Orcus but his name, we are practically giving him the name at that point.
Yeah.
That's like saying, I'm not going to tell you
The
what 50
reason,
others
I'll tell
is.
you this, the reason the information is hard to find is because not a lot of people know to look for it. It's not that it's impossible to get there, it's that nobody knows that it even exists to go look for it, so nobody does. And the lowly humans and stuff on the material plane that are looking for it, how are they going to get to the graveyard of the gods, you know?
I just think when people figure out his name or want to figure out his name, any semblance of one of his names, bad things happen.
I mean,
And
I liked the idea of bringing Valentine here to maybe because he's a little more respected than we are probably, but
You would have to take Tea Kettle to Valentine.
Yeah, but
Yeah, we can't
like
bring-
other than that, there's no way for us to get the point across that like this can't be messed with, especially to like a headmaster of this extremely magical college who's extremely scholarly and motivated.
Well, we're also banking on the fact that Tea Kettle figures out what the missing piece is. Because I'm assuming we all kind of have some semblance of what we think to be the missing piece.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That's assuming
No
Tea Kettle
clue.
figures it out. Huh?
I got no clue.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I got no idea.
I forgot.
I did.
But
Clay.
It's Clegg.
I am
It's actually
the
no
missing link.
But
Like
assuming
that,
he
Clay, that's a
figures it
fish.
out, gets said person's blood, makes the runes, all that stuff. We're banking on the fact that he figures out who that is. Not saying he's not smart enough to do that, but he knows who that is, figures it out.
I do
gets
want to
his blood.
say, while it would be hard pressed, you guys have learned a lot of this stuff in a few months.
Yeah, like he's gonna be dedicated to this if we don't tell him.
Yeah. Can I try persuading him?
In what way?
Just like I really want to tell him like pretty much not everything about Orca, just he has his big head, right? He even told us he's like, I could take on anything, right? We are the strongest in the world. Like this school could hold its own. I want to bring up like, do you think you could kill a god?
So that's what you want to ask him. Okay.
Well, but also like.
Well, if you're gonna if you're gonna hand him a bunch of info about Orcus, make sure everybody's cool with that.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna hand him a bunch of info. I'm just gonna tell him like, do you think you could kill a god?
Even then, that immediate.
Yeah, that narrows it down a lot.
He immediately.
A lot,
What's-
because there's a lot of powerful beings that aren't gods,
We had to drink a
and
little bit
he could be thinking of that as well, other than an actual god right now. My only thing is if we don't tell him what alternative are y'all giving? Like,
I think that they're not. There's
We
nothing
just
can
tell him
really
to
do.
Drop
heed our
it.
warning.
Let's just leave. He can go look for it. Yes, okay. It is fair that it took us a couple of months, but we are literally like prophesized for this shit. He's just some extremely smart, powerful wizard, and he's gonna go looking for it. But giving him leads does not help our situation.
okay, but we're still gonna be
Now,
under his complete watch.
I don't want to hand you
all-
this information, but I need to interject this. Your trip to the astral plane was school sanctioned. He knows
that's what I was
everywhere
like. He's gonna
you went.
know. Yeah, he's gonna know, and he can also listen to everything that we do say. I'm sure he probably has everything we've done or said tracked. Like,
Then he would
he
know.
knows.
Then he would know.
No, no, the one would he wouldn't know about when we went with Gary and Dagger, would he?
No,
Because
not
that's
back
the
then.
only time we've been. Well, we went to the graveyard of the gods. Oh,
He's
no, we
also
did go
friends
right
with
there.
Eugene.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh.
Like the only thing I understand, he will figure this out because all the connections we have, he will figure this out.
Again, I want to read it. You go to this school because he's doing this as a favor to Eugene.
I'm back.
And
Like,
I
my
said,
thing
you
is
are
if he's gonna
looking
find
for
out,
this information.
I would rather him find out from us than him dig into something he doesn't need to dig into. You know.
He's gonna do it.
Orion has a point. It will take him some time to learn anything, but he does have the same connections you guys do for the most part. I mean, he knows Dagger and Gary and all of them.
Look, I'm not disagreeing that he's not gonna find this information one way or another. My main point is that we cannot get across to him that this is not something to look into. We are not gonna be able to.
Well, you don't know that. If we tell him, you don't know that he'll for sure stop or not. You like.
I just told him, and maybe it was a bad persuasion roll, but he still says, "Oh, like this school's gonna handle anything." Like it's like
Yeah, but you didn't tell him what it was.
No, but he doesn't
You
know
just
it's a
told him-
god. He doesn't know, like, he doesn't know. He just knows it's a powerful being.
I want to interject this for almost like roleplay purposes. Like, say for the sake of this conversation, you guys are kind of having this argument in your brains while Tea Kettle is running around doing stuff, so he can't hear it. Orion, you, just the other day, saw the greatest city ever destroyed by the hubris of wizards.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I know if that's informing your decision at all. But that's definitely
that
something.
definitely is. I promise you, Tea Kettle is extremely powerful, but compared to like who was in that city and the leaders of that city and like being brought down by Orcus so easily, like it's not. Just giving that to somebody as curious as Tea Kettle. Yes, he has every lead we have and the time. Unless we can get across to him, and Ryan's not going to be able to because I already rolled a persuasion roll. Unless we can get across to him that this is something he absolutely 100%. And when you tell somebody they can't do something, what do? They go and do it. So it doesn't. It's almost like we have to find a way to get it across to him that this absolutely 100% cannot be researched.
Can we give him the information on a caveat that Amara has to put that spell on him, the one that keeps us from speaking the name out
The
loud?
party has to be willing to do it, and that's saying Tea Kettle can go, "Oh yeah, I'm willing to do it," and then we tell him the information, and he goes, "Actually, I lied. I wasn't willing to do it."
Yeah, we would have to tell him first. Like share it with them first before we.
It does. It's something that's made retroactively between a group of conspirators. So yeah.
Plus,
the spy's tongue. The spy's tongue curse, by the way, is what that's called.
Mm-hmm.
If we're just like, oh, we're gonna cast this curse on you, he's gonna be like, nah.
I'm an abjuration wizard. Fuck you.
And then our souls are gone.
Beyond to hell.
Do you think he would listen to people like Gary or Dagger or any of those people that were involved back in those days?
Yes, I think so. I think even like Mr. Ratman, he would be like, "Oh,
Still a good
What?
answer. Still a good answer. I mean, he's not wrong.
what'd I do wrong?"
I love that. I know I was saying I love that he asked DM that and you answer.
Oh, I thought you were asking the
Save
group.
me,
I
no,
thought
dude,
it was
save
like,
me the fucking trouble. No, good answer.
yeah. Well, I was like, obviously he respects those people way more. They're fucking
Dagger and Gary are
demigods.
doing right now, actually.
Yeah, can I turn around? Is Dagger there?
No,
He's not the rogue. He's
absolutely
not
not.
the rogue teacher.
Okay.
Oh my god.
It says you.
Can I
You
roll
don't
for
know.
it?
If
Yes,
you
I
could get a
do. I
hold,
met
if you
her.
could get a hold metal, if some way you could get somebody like Dagger, Gary, or Brand to talk to him, it may be able to sway him.
Can I call
think I
Dagger?
could,
I have
like-
his phone number.
The calls don't go interplanar.
Shit. Straight to voicemail, guys. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, I was about to say, you hear it ringing in the corner of the room.
Can I contact Dagger?
Did I?
Roll an Arcana check for me with advantage.
Guidance.
No, you can't guidance this because this isn't for a skill check. This is for him to know if any of those three would maybe be on the same plane to contact.
Oh. Sorry, but I tried.
Oh,
Okay,
I
that
don't
works.
think.
You don't think Dagger's here? You think Dagger's probably back in the material? You don't think Gary's here? You think he's probably in Mount Celestia or Mechanus? Bran might be somewhere in the astral plane. He's got a couple places here that he owns.
okay. Well, I'll shoot him a message. Say like, hey, could you pop over? We have like an extreme situation.
Yeah, go ahead and roll. We'll just do a luck check. Pick high or low.
Hi.
That's a 17. Lucky you.
Thank God he said teen, bro. That's what I was about to say.
You shoot off a message. Probably about 25 minutes goes by. You get a poorly typed out, like old man message in too large a font back. And it just says, "Where are you?" with full punctuation, complete spelling.
I text back to the college, the Winterhold. I'm just kidding. I tell him the school.
Strixhaven.
He sends you okay. He sends you okay. Period.
With a thumbs up emoji.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just the thumbs up emoji.
Probably another 15 minutes goes by. Eventually you guys hear outside the door kind of like a clicking sound of a walking stick hitting the ground, slowly kind of coming up the steps. There's not a knock at the door. The door just kind of creaks open on its own, and you guys see an old satyr, a goat man. He's got a kind of grayish fur now, a goatee that's salt and pepper, long salt and pepper hair, a long staff that he's using as a walking stick that the top is like shaped. It's got like lamia. They're called lamia. It's like a snake scales. And at the top there's a kind of like dragon skull with a huge amethyst gem in the top. He's got on this crazy looking like sash that's like bright purple and gold with this huge purple robe over top. And he kind of hobbles in and he walks towards you guys, looks over at Fi and says, "How's it going, my boy?"
Pretty good, Uncle Bran. You know, you still got that old silver tongue of yours, right?
You know it. I'm just as quick-witted as I used to be, but
That's good.
not
That's
quite
good.
as limber.
Anyway, let's get into like a group huddle real quick and talk about something that we need to talk
You
about.
said you needed help with something. What can I help you with?
Fellas, you want to take the stand? I know I don't think you've met Bran, but you know, here he is.
Good to meet you all. My name is Brand Buckman. I am a bard and a sorcerer by trade. I'm one of Fi's adopted great uncles, I should say. What are your names?
I'm Orion.
As you're talking, he
His
pulls
voice-
out like a really, really, really long church warden pipe and starts putting some like green herbs from it, from a pouch on his side into it, and just starts smoking a pipe while you guys are introducing yourselves.
I was just say he usually doesn't sound like this. Sometimes he puts on a voice to mess with people.
I'm Amara. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I'm Valmoria. Nice to meet you.
Very well. Nice to meet you.
Thank you for coming by the way. Really appreciate it.
I don't have much else going on these days.
What race is he? No. I don't know how tall he is.
He's a satyr.
He's a satyr. I thought so. He's the big one, right?
No, he's a little under 5 foot.
A satyr. I thought a satyr. What the fuck is a satyr?
It's a goat person.
Oh, it's a goat man. I was thinking of a fucking bull, like
Minotaur. That's what it calls.
Yeah,
That's a
that's
car.
okay.
He walks
Yeah,
up to a
that's
car,
why I was.
I'm rowing.
Dude, literally in my head, that's what I was thinking. Okay,
Satyrs can be very tall. He's just not. They could be like up to 8 feet tall. He's just pretty short.
Oh, excuse me. I go up and bow my head, like out of respect, and say, "Hello, I'm Rowan."
He bows kind of deeply in front of you. Says, "Nice to meet you, small reptilian man."
Nice to meet you. Quite small goat man.
He kind of eyes you a little bit, smiles. You see like a single gold tooth in his mouth.
Tough. That's tough. That's tough. I smile back and just kind of like sit off to the side. That's tough.
With his crooked smile, his goofy ass smile.
I know we talked about it, Caleb, but the Brian, he's the one that has that tooth of holding.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
Bro, what? He has the tooth of is like a bag.
Yeah, it's like a bag of holding that's a tooth. You can like put shit in your mouth to hide it in your mouth.
So he just like eats things. That dude. That's
Yeah,
so
he pulled a
fucking
boat
sick.
out of his mouth once.
A boat?
Dude, I
That
wish I
is
could have
hot.
seen that like animated. Holy shit. It's kind of hot. Actually.
He pulled a straight fucking boat out of his mouth, and they needed one. He was like, "I got this."
It's fucking funny.
God.
Not as high as Andrew's.
My name's
Things are wacky 1,000 years ago.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Rulid. I introduce myself and kind of go for a handshake.
Yeah, he reaches forward, shakes your hand. He's still got a firm grip. He's got the hands of somebody who plays an instrument. He says, "Nice to meet you, tall man."
Nice to meet you as well.
I like to walk up behind Yujiro, just like towering over him.
And he says, "Oh, a taller man."
Hey, nice to meet you. I'm Rock.
Nice to meet you, Mr. Rock. Are you a Rock or just Rock?
Are you the Rock? Dwayne?
Dwayne? I know Dwayne.
You're not
my old buddy Dwayne.
Uncle Dwayne.
Uncle Dwayne the Rock Johnson, what are you doing at my magic school?
Yeah, The Rock could probably take Orcus. He just hits him with the eyebrow. The people's brow.
He walks up, he says, "All right, you asked for it." Orcus is like, "Oh shit! Oh
I
fuck!"
love if all the super powerful people were just like WWE wrestlers.
The people's eyebrow? Did
Triple
you say
H,
the
the
people's eyebrow?
Undertaker. Oh man, Rey Mysterio, the villain.
Before he was unmasked.
Okay,
though, that
one
was
guy,
years
like
ago.
the 619.
3 gods.
John Cena.
What?
John Cena appears.
What?
John Cena
just
appears,
has
John
then
Cena's a
disappears.
stealth class. He's a rogue.
He just disappears. Where'd he go?
What?
So Bran greets all of you and everything like that. He says, "Well, you said you had business, my boy. What can I help you
Bran
with?"
knows about Vanilla and all that, correct?
He was
Yes.
there.
Okay. I'm gonna kind of fill him in on the situation that we had asked Professor T.
I also I do want to say that he gives Sabir a very strange look.
Uh-oh.
You see his eye, like you've noticed that his eyes don't have normal pupils; they're like flashing purple glitter, and it, like he looks at Sabir and it gives him a very strange look.
Can I go up to him and like nudge him and be like, he's cool?
He says that remains to be seen.
Well, anyway, our professor, headmaster over there, we got him to study our blood. They all turned into some runes. Ancient city of Ungor, you know, that whole thing. We're trying to convince him not to look into Vanala's dad. I'm sure you know of him. But we're not really sure how to convey that looking into it will bring about the end of this school and many things.
He looks at you, kind of nods, just a very succinct description, I must say. Why are you involved with these people at all?
With the school?
With any of this? Why Vanala, his father? I'm only assuming that creature over there is some spawn of his. I can smell it.
I'll show him the poem and say that we think this kind of fits with us, and we all just, I mean, we were all born on an eclipse. We've got a lot kind of going on. We're not really exactly sure how we feel.
He takes the paper, he looks at it, he says, "Have you not considered that this is just Bard's folly? That this is just something someone wrote some time ago just to convince people that they were something greater than they were? I myself have told many false stories over the years. It's not about being truthful. It's about being entertaining."
But you have also told true stories too, ones you've been involved with.
But only when the ones that were true were interesting enough to not need embellishment.
What if this is one of those times?
It's possible, but seers, bards, and oracles throughout time have always spoken in tongues and things they don't truly understand. Part of the job.
Maybe, but we found it in a dungeon of a cult that worships Vanala and is working to find his dad's name, so it's just...
Well, that should make you question it even more. You're a bunch of cultist deviants, insane folk. You're taking some scrap of paper you found in their hole they hide in as truth and fact. Does that not bring you pause?
Are we, hold on real quick, are we saying this at all in front of Eugene?
In front of Tea Kettle? Yeah, I mean, you guys are having this
Tea Kettle,
conversation.
sorry. So he heard us say Vanilla now?
He did.
Okay.
Oh, I thought we were in the mental link.
Yeah, that's what
I honestly did too.
I mean, we can roll a luck check to see.
Would much be
High or low?
obliged. Low.
It was a 13. You were not.
I sold.
Well, but now
Only one
he
way to
can
go
kinda narrow
now.
it down a lot.
I mean, this... raise a good point. You've been around a lot longer than all of us have, but really it's just a lot of it fits a lot of what has happened and is happening to us right now. So while it may just be a poem for entertainment or folly or whatever.
My boy, have you ever been to a fortune teller?
Yes, I have.
Then you know they speak in vagues, so that anything they say will eventually become true.
I mean, the fortune teller I went to killed my family, but that's besides the point.
That's rough.
Yeah.
That is really
No,
rough.
that's besides the point.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, but it's vagues, yes, but the chances of this poem being coincidence are high, maybe, but like a group of this people from so many different backgrounds and our friend Sabir over there, it's I guess we're just taking a chance on it.
He looks at you, and you see for a moment, for the first time, that the reason he's being so oppositional is because he deeply wants there to not be any more to this story.
Mm-hmm.
And he looks at you and says, "Do you understand how many people I watched die first time this bloodline was loose on the world?"
Yeah, I do anyway.
I had visions of it.
No, I don't mean the great city. I mean when Benalla 1,000 years ago loosed himself on the world to try and do what he wished and end it for good. I watched almost everyone I know die. My wife stolen from me, taken hostage. I suffered greatly at the hands of these people, so forgive me if I am less than receptive to hearing that they still have machinations.
I understand that the hearing that they are still, well, some are still around and in action, and others trying to be brought back, I guess you could say. It could be worrying, especially for somebody like you, but if this is something that has merit and I'm involved in it and people's lives are at stake, I can't sit idly by and let other people have things taken from them like things were taken from me.
He nods and says, "Well, if there's nothing more I can do, it seems as if you brought me here for a reason. So what specifically would you ask of me?"
Our headmaster over there, we had asked him, we had come to the conclusion we think that we were all cursed in one way or another, and we had asked him to help investigate it, and he has never seen anything like it, and he wishes to research it further, of which he knows what we're saying now, but we need to convey to him just how researching this further and learning more, the more danger he puts this school and billions of lives.
He nods. He says, "I will speak to him." Walks forward. Says, "Tenebrius, come down." And Tea Kettle's up on like a step ladder, like at one of his tables, doing something. He steps down and turns around. He says, "Ah, Bran, it's good to see you. What brings you here?" Bran looks at him and says, "Tenebrius, these students have told me that they came asking you for help, and you have turned it into some crusade for knowledge. That is not why Wyrith built this school, and you know it. I understand that you think this may be important, and that it may be powerful, and I will tell you more personally, but you must cease what you are doing immediately. And you and I will go talk, and I will tell you what you want to know, but you must not go any further." And he's gonna roll a persuasion, and Brand's got a plus 22.
God damn.
Holy shit.
That's a 17 plus 22 for a 39.
What does Tea Kettle have to
That
his
won't do.
insight?
There's nothing Tea Kettle could possibly roll that would make that roll not work.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Hey, this is just Bran. This is what he does.
Yeah.
Well,
He
yeah,
was like
is
this
a
even when
bard,
he
huh?
wasn't a god. Yeah. Yeah, he's a bard / sorcerer. He's a charisma class.
Oh my god.
You don't want to know how many times that Bran in our campaign just ruined people by talking to him.
Yeah,
I
made
was
somebody
about to
kill
say, yeah,
themselves.
he could probably tell me I'm on fire right now, and I'd believe
Oh, I
him.
understand. Oh, I get it.
Yeah, I'm not even
Yeah,
there yet,
you
bro.
understand.
I want to kill you.
Tea Kettle.
18 persuasion. Never mind.
How about you think about that again?
You're right. Maybe I should.
Tea Kettle kind of looks him up and down. You see his shoulders kind of drop. He looks down. He says, I understand. I will cease and I will put these samples in a very closely watched, safe area to make sure they are not tampered with. I will, if you promise me that you will tell me what's going on, I will ensure that this goes no further. Brain kind of nods, walks over, puts his hand on his shoulder, says, it's all right, my friend. It's been a long time since we went and had lunch. I think it is time. And he looks at all of you and says, I will be taking my leave with Professor Tea Kettle here. If there's anything else you would ask of me.
Next time you see my grandpa, tell him what's up. I don't know.
I will most definitely be speaking to both your grandfather and Gary as well as Andros about this. This is worrisome.
I want
And
to
your mother.
walk up to Tea Kettle and be like, I am sorry, Headmaster. There really wasn't a way for us to convey what was going on to you. We weren't really sure how to do it in the right way.
He looks at you and says, I understand, my boy. It's not a matter of shame or anything like that for me. It's simply the fact that I found something that could either be a benefit or a threat to the school, and I must know more. If I can know more without going further in my research, I will do so. But all I require from this is understanding.
Mm-hmm. And I want to thank him for all his help.
Also, want to look.
Go ahead.
I want to look at Bran and say, I'm sorry for getting involved in all this. I didn't mean to.
He says, no, it is fine, my boy. I do not mind it. I don't have many responsibilities these days. There's the god of bards and drunks. It's a pretty chill job.
Yeah, I can imagine.
But we will be off. I will see you likely sooner than you expect.
Okay, talk to you later. I'm cool.
All right. And they both just teleport out of the room, and you guys are left to dip out.
Did he say he was a god of something? That's insane.
Yeah, bards and drunks.
That's so tough.
Alcoholics
Yeah,
love
family,
this man.
right?
Get this man his car keys.
Yeah, Rock's eyes are like gleaming.
My hero.
Kind of
I
look and
want to
say,
be a paladin of that guy.
Yeah, Rock's like,
I wanna
I don't
be
know
like
why,
him
but
when
I
I grow
fuck
up.
with him. Yeah.
kind of look at everybody and say, well, no, that's settled. When was that the Baba Yaga's dinner party? When was that?
I don't know, but I think Mage Tower tryouts are soon, so I think some people...
They are. But that's where we're going to end the session, and next week we'll start with Mage Tower tryouts.
Word.
Whew. This session's going to be called
Understandable.
Arguing.
Hey, I'm back, guys. Hell yeah.
The Grand Council.